the innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
At Jan Bussey Ford & Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford & Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Stay in a beautiful
softball featuring the Pierre Governors. We are at Riggs Field once again out in the backyard of Riggs High School. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Oakland along with Caleb Brozick, who will run our live video stream once again. William Wilson runs the show in studio, and a busy stretch at home for the Pierre Governors, which is kind of saying something because they've played a lot of games on the road, but today will mark their third home game in a span of 4 games in 5 days. Of course, taking Sunday off, but we were here on Friday afternoon and Saturday afternoon. Well, losses for the Governors to Sioux Falls Jefferson on Friday night, and then they were shut out by top-ranked Sioux Falls Lincoln on Saturday. Today they'll take on the Spearfish Spartans. Tomorrow also, Brandon Valley will start that game at 3:30 on River 92.7 as well. But today, the Governors, who have struggled this season, take on a team that has also had their struggles in the Spearfish Spartans, the two teams that are in seedings numbers 15 and 16 right now in the race for the Sodax 16. So both teams want to stay out of the bottom, certainly out of the top 16. Rapid City Central has struggled to get a victory yet this season. However, they're in that 17 spot. So these two teams just want to try to get some momentum going before the end of the season, and they're just about 2, 3, maybe 4 ball games to go, depending on which team and their schedule that you're looking at. Our coverage of Pierre Governor Sports and your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7, is brought to you today by your Pierre Sports marketing sponsors, including Bank West and Beck Motors, Dakota Storm Roofing, the Dairy Queen, Live Ticket, Overhead Door, Rinky Gray Wealth Management, Avera Orthopedics, by Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota, Kruger Contracting, Century Business Products, and the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC, of State Farm Insurance. Coverage of the Govs also brought to you on River 92.7 by Dakota Mart, Fisher Rounds Insurance and Real Estate, First Dakota National Bank, by May Adam Law Firm, American Bank and Trust, Pierre Regional Airport, Nystrom Electrical Contracting, Access Health, The Corner Station, and by Black Hills Federal Credit Union and Avera Health of Pierre. Our game brought to you also in part by TMA, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Kathy Sonnenschein Properties, Zander Auto Parts, Lariat Lanes, Ramcota Hotel and Conference Center, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, Ferding Electric, Bauman Lumber, and Wegner Auto in Pierre. Coverage of the Govs and coverage of high school sports on River 92.7 also brought to you within the game by Bank West, the Hughes County Jail, by the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety and Central Dakota Eye Care, by Envirotech, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection, Comtech, Coca-Cola Bottling, Wealth Partners, Ameriprise Financial, Family Dental of Pierre in Gettysburg, Hermanson Endodontics, Cowboy Country Stores, and Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Keep up to date with the scores of today's game. At the end of each inning, we'll give you the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, thanks to Gales Gas in Pierre. Well, it's Pierre and Spearfish. The Governors are 2-14 now off of the 2 losses from over the weekend. 2-14 on the season with a 13-game losing streak, but coming in ready to go, knowing that they've got a beatable opponent, or at least an opponent that they'll match up much better against in a Spearfish squad that was at one time 1-1 on the season when they beat Aberdeen Central 17-2 back on April 5th, but they also have hit the skids as they have fallen in 10 straight contests. They're the 15 seed at 1-11. The Governors at 2-14 are the 16 seed in the power rankings. We'll take a closer look at that coming up in our pregame show after we take an opening 3-minute timeout, and we'll get into the state of softball around South Dakota in Class AA. Take a look at those power rankings and the schedules that both of these teams have left. We'll also have keys to success, our version of that, starting lineups and more, all coming up. And our pregame is brought to you by Bank West in Pierre. We're back in 3 minutes with Pierre Governors Softball, your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, Bank West has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. Bank West associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose Bank West. Bank West, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports, from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it in time for this game. See live and archive video of all games, and when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota High School Sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app. Download it now from the App Store or Google Play.
May is Military Appreciation Month, and Beck Motor Company would like to say thank you to all active, reserve, and retired military personnel. We're honoring you, especially in the month of May, with an additional $500 incentive on top of all other incentives. On a brand new Chevy Silverado, enjoy up to $5,250 off MSRP. On a brand new Chevy Equinox, enjoy up to $2,000 off MSRP. Our team is ready to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle. See all our specials at beck-motors.com. Beck Motor Company, Pierre, South Dakota.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotastormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram. Hey, DQ fans, taste perfection in every bite of their chicken strip basket. It's loaded with crispy, all-white meat chicken strips, golden fries, crunchy Texas toast, and your favorite dipping sauce. Personally, I'm all about the house-made Hidden Valley Ranch. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. Do your taste buds a solid and order a chicken strip basket today. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
One team. The Pierre Governors know what that means, and so do the men and women of the Hughes County Jail. No matter how good you are, working with a good team makes you better. To be the best, that takes teamwork. So if you'd like to know more about the available positions at the Hughes County Jail and be a part of their team, log on at hughescounty.org. Click on the Sheriff tab. Detention deputies and nursing positions are available. Go Govs from the employees of the Hughes County Jail.
Welcome back to Riggs Field on the corner of Church and Jefferson in Pierre. Church Street happens to be under construction, so it could be a little difficult getting here. You'll have to come up Jefferson, maybe even park on a side street if you want to come and watch a pretty good softball game here today. And again, really, really nice weather. A little bit of smoke in the air, but it's all in all not bad. And a nice Monday afternoon for more Governor softball. You just heard from the Hughes County Jail, and we thank the men and women of the Hughes County Jail for giving us a spot to sit. Basically, we're setting up in the Hughes County Jail broadcast booth. We're up the up the right field line once again, as we'll look beyond the Governor dugout at the field, essentially between first and third on a straight line if we were to draw a line across the infield. But Caleb Brozick will give you a good look from here and follow everything that is going on here at Riggs Field from the Hughes County Jail broadcast booth. And yes, this cough is still bugging me from time to time. Well, as we take a look at the pregame, get into our Bank West pregame show, we also remind folks that are traveling in the spring and summer months that the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds us all to buckle up every trip, every time, no matter how far we're going. The South Dakota Office of Highway Safety with that reminder. Well, here we are. It's been, the home schedule for the Pierre Governors has been very top-heavy so far. We've seen Watertown and, of course, two of the top three teams in the state, in Sioux Falls Jefferson on Friday, who defeated the Governors 16-1, and then top seed unbeaten Sioux Falls Lincoln on Saturday, 17-0 with the win there. The Governors played pretty well, I thought, at least defensively and pitching-wise against a really nice Jefferson squad on Friday, not giving up big numbers in each inning up until the last inning, which was the sixth, and Jefferson wins by 10-run mercy rule with 7 runs in that sixth inning. Sioux Falls Lincoln, well, the Governors held them scoreless in the first inning on Saturday. Then Lincoln blew up for about 7 in the second inning, 3 more in the third, and then another 7 runs in the fifth inning, and the 10-run mercy rule applied on Saturday again with that 17-0 loss. And both of those teams, I would say, every bit as good as advertised. Two teams that I believe, coming into this one, they've got talent, but what they just don't have right now in Pierre and Spearfish are, I would say, the systems and the way things are run in the Metro, where we're seeing really good softball being played. Not that it's not good softball, but those teams are just a little bit cleaner, a little more polished and refined in their defensive playmaking. But also Jefferson and Lincoln, both of those teams, boy, did they hit the tar out of the softball both Friday and Saturday afternoon. So we'll see what these two teams can get done offensively. I think that's the one thing I'm most interested in seeing, and certainly how well can both of these teams make plays when given the opportunity. Spearfish coming in, as we say, on a 10-game losing streak. They've got Pierre today. They did play also Lincoln and Jefferson in Rapid City. Actually, they hosted Sioux Falls Lincoln on Friday afternoon, and they fell 23-6, and then they were blanked by Jefferson in Rapid City 18-0, as they were travel partners along with Rapid City Central as well. So Jefferson and Lincoln both defeating this team. Similar schedule from this past weekend. They meet up here today. Spearfish gets winless Rapid City Central tomorrow, and then they'll finish their regular season hosting Mitchell and Brookings in a triangular coming up on Friday. Both of those games will be played Friday night at the Black Hill, or actually take that back, the Parkview Softball Complex, and then a game there in Sturgis as well. At any rate, for the Governors, give you an idea of what they've got left on their schedule. They still have that matchup that's been rescheduled 2 or 3 times with Harrisburg coming up. In fact, tomorrow will be the next contest for the Govs, as they'll host Brandon Valley. As we mentioned, 3:30 pregame. We'll have it here on River 92.7. They will end up going to Sioux Falls, to Sherman Park, now for a matchup at 2 games on Friday. They'll play Harrisburg at 12 o'clock noon, finally. And then on Friday night, they will play Roosevelt. Pierre is actually going to be the home team, I believe, as they were supposed to have hosted Harrisburg, but they had to move that game to Sioux Falls. That'll be at 12 noon on Friday, and then Sherman Park, where Sioux Falls Roosevelt will host the Governors on Friday evening. Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock, the Governors wrap up their regular season with a matchup against 11-3 Sioux Falls, Washington. So that's what's to come. That's the state of softball. In fact, as we take a look at the standings real quick, the seedings, as mentioned, Sioux Falls Lincoln unbeaten. Harrisburg is number 2. Washington, Jefferson, Brandon Valley, those are the top 5. Rapid City, Stevens, O'Gorman, and Brookings are in the top 8. They all would have home games if the Sodak 16 were to be played today. Watertown, Mitchell, Yankton, Sturgis, Roosevelt, Aberdeen whom both of these teams have beat, but have now gotten 4 wins on their schedule, just ahead of Spearfish and Pierre in 15 and 16 spots. There's your state of softball. Let's take a 3-minute break, and we're back with Keys to Success. It'll be brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care as our Bankwest pregame continues. This is Pierre Governor Softball on River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? LiveTicket.tv has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages starting at $20 per hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 2. That's 833-605-5483, extension 2. And punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
Have you found yourself worrying about inflation and market volatility? Considering what should I do? Can I do anything? Am I going to be okay? The Ranky Gray team has been coaching their clients through these tumultuous times for over 35 years. Let us discover what easy, time-tested adjustments can be made for you. For a free second opinion, our team can be reached at 605-224-5959. Let's start today.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC. Registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Ranky Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Why am I so sore? There are everyday moments.
What? Hey, hold the ladder! Hold the ladder! Yeah, that hurt.
And there are epic moments.
Slide, slide, slide! College! Class of 1995!
When a moment creates a health need, visit the experts at Avera Orthopedics. We're moving health forward so you can tell the story. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is here for you. When you're looking for a new vehicle, they make it easy. All available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Shop their extensive inventory from home at capitalcityfordtoyota.com or stop in to Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Count on them for your service needs with convenient scheduling and in-stock parts. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 605-224-7378.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
Back at Riggs High School, or Riggs Field to be exact, Brian Oakland along with Caleb Brozick on camera for live ticket. You can watch this game at gogovs.live. We, of course, have it also on and available on the River 92.7 page of drgnews.com and the DRG News app. Good Monday afternoon. Hope everybody off to a good start to their work week. See if the Governors can get off to a good start softball-wise and competition-wise here as they take on the Spearfish Spartans. Keys to Success in our broadcast are brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care. Looking at this one, and you know, in the last couple of games, we've talked about Pierre against much superior opponents in Sioux Falls, Jefferson, and Lincoln. Basically, what you want to do is certainly play about as perfect of a game as you can. That doesn't change, obviously, today, even though you've got a more competitive matchup against a Spearfish team that, like Pierre, has struggled to get victories so far this season. You still have to play the game you're supposed to play, but that kind of brings in the mental aspect of this game. You certainly don't want to relax against anything. Pierre certainly not in any position to take anything for granted. So that's key number one. But obviously, get out here, make the plays that you need to be making. And boy, I always figured personally as a ball player, if you can get a glove on the ball, you probably should be able to catch it. And I think that's one thing the Govs would like to see here today. But again, we talked about it in the outset of this contest. Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing what kind of bats both teams can put together. What kind of offense can they put up? The Governors, in one of their wins earlier this year, sure, against a struggling Rapid City Central team, they put up 20+. And even in their win over Aberdeen Central, I think they got 7 runs on the board. Obviously, it hasn't been that way very much over the course of the season. But if they can come in here and hit balls hard, barrel some things up, maybe get Spearfish into making some mistakes and things like that, we'll see the Governors hopefully be able to run the bases a little bit more. And as far as keys to success for Spearfish go, well, everything we just said about the Governors, the same thing is going to apply for the Spartans. I'm sure they're trying to approach this game certainly as a winnable game just the same. And I imagine we're going to have a fun one in this one, just expecting maybe a game that'll go down the wire all the way to perhaps the 7th inning. No time limits in varsity games in South Dakota high school softball. So let's have some fun and let's play a good ball game, both teams. All right, keys to success right there, sponsored by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. Starting lineups are next as we continue. It's Pierre Governors softball here today. Your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
The key to success starts with vision. Hi, this is Dr. Matthew Blazek of Central Dakota Eye Care. Regular, yearly comprehensive eye exams are key in finding eye problems before symptoms appear. Call us today at 224-6128 and schedule an appointment. New patients are always welcome. The staff at Central Dakota Eye Care is proud of our area youth and support their high school activities. Best of luck in the game. Central Dakota Eye Care, 640 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Better vision for a great life.
Century Business Products is a proud supporter of South Dakota High School athletics and proud to provide the most reliable Kyocera copiers and printers to schools and businesses in the area, all backed by their 5-time nationally awarded Kyocera servicing team. Are you looking to control color costs? Looking to reduce printers? Are you looking for more efficient ways to scan documents? Or maybe you'd like to become more paperless? Look no further than Century Business Products. Call 800-529-1950 and see how they're powering business technology.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Call the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC, with offices in Pierre, Oneida, and Gettysburg.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Military Appreciation Month, and Beck Motor Company would like to say thank you to all active, reserve, and retired military personnel. We're honoring you, especially in the month of May, with an additional $500 incentive on top of all other incentives. On a brand new Chevy Silverado, enjoy up to $5,250 off MSRP. On a brand new Chevy Equinox, enjoy up to $2,000 off MSRP. Our team is ready to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle. See all our specials at beck-motors.com. Beck Motor Company, Pierre, South Dakota.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotastormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Back at Riggs High School and Riggs Field out back. Brian Oakland with the play-by-play, and it's time for the starting lineups. And our game broadcast starters are brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre. We'll begin with the visiting team, the Spearfish Spartans, beginning at the top of the order. And catching for today, Liv Johnson will do the honors. Pitching and batting second is Emmy Johnson. Then playing center field and batting third is Danica Brown. The cleanup hitter for Spearfish is Amy Rod Kocher. She will play first base. The third baseman bats fifth, Skylar Wiesman. And then the designated player batter only is Lainey O'Connell. She'll bat sixth. Batting seventh is the second baseman Taylor Tennant. Batting eighth is the left fielder Jaden Wenzel. And then in right field and batting ninth, Maya Heiting for the Spearfish Spartans. With Abby Fireisen, she'll play shortstop, but she's listed as a flex player, will not bat, at least not in the starting lineup. She still can be subbed in for Lainey O'Connell, who is the defensive, or I should say the designated player in the lineup. It's Liv Johnson and Emmy Johnson, Danica Brown, the top three, followed by Amy Rod Kocher, Skylar Wiesman, Lainey O'Connell, Taylor Tennant, Jaden Wenzel, and Maya Heiting, the starting nine in the lineup for the Spearfish Spartans. Their pitcher is Emmy Johnson. Spearfish 1-11 on the season, and the 15th seeded team in South Dakota Class AA. Their head coach is Belle Lubkin. Let's hear from Envirotech, and we'll be back to give you the Governor starters as we give you more of our Bank West pregame show. This is Governor Softball.
Envirotech makes life a little bit simpler. No matter what the circumstances, no matter what is handed to you, Envirotech has you covered. One call is all it takes to have easy setup, easy pickup, and easy payment. Call Envirotech at 224-4804 or use their website to pay your bill online at envirotechwaste.com. Use the mobile app Waste Connect. Check their website or receive a robocall for collection schedule due to weather or holidays. Envirotech has you covered.
The Envirotech starting lineup for the home team today will begin. Well, it's a familiar lineup now. Noelle Kist will pitch, and she will lead off, the junior, on the mound once again for the Governors. Nevaeh Carver will shift over to right field and get the start in that spot today. Ireland Templeton is the shortstop. She'll bat third, followed by Jenna Buckles, who missed Saturday's game but is back today. She'll play center field and bat cleanup. Ellie Browers had a good game at the plate against Sioux Falls Lincoln on Saturday. She'll bat fifth and do the catching, followed by Micah Buffalo, the third baseman, who will bat sixth. Aaron Leiferman steps in to play first base, the senior for the Governors, batting seventh. Aaliyah Erickson had a good center field game in place of Jenna Buckles on Saturday, and she is over in left field, this time batting eighth. Charlie Hull, the second baseman here today, will bat ninth. For the Governors, with no defensive players or flex players in the lineup, they've got Kist, Carver, Templeton, Buckles, Browers, and Buffalo, followed by Leiferman, Erickson, and Hull. The starting nine with Noelle Kist on the mound. The Govs are 2-14, head coached by Elizabeth Keys, assisted by Jordan Eichmeyer. That's the starting lineups in our games broadcast, brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre. And the other starting lineup to give to you is the naming of today's game officials. Our game officials are brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office and their Division of Consumer Protection. Thank you to our guys in blue who do what they can to officiate high school sports, which is very oftentimes a thankless job. We thank them. Behind the plate is Justin Peterson. Manning the bases will be Dale Farman. They are the law on the field. Our game umpires, Justin Peterson and Dale Farman. We take a 2-minute break, and we get this one going. The first pitch from Comtech is coming up. This is Pierre Governor Softball.
Every day you share personal information about yourself with others. You may write a check, charge fuel, rent a car, mail your tax return, schedule a doctor's appointment, or post something on social media. Each transaction may share some sort of personal information such as bank or credit card account numbers, social security numbers, name, address, or phone number. There are unscrupulous individuals, identity thieves, targeting these routine transactions trying to gain your information to commit fraud. If you think someone has stolen your identity, contact Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986.
Hey, DQ fans, taste perfection in every bite of their chicken strip basket. It's loaded with crispy, all-white meat chicken strips, golden fries, crunchy Texas toast, and your favorite dipping sauce. Personally, I'm all about the house-made Hidden Valley Ranch. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. Do your taste buds a solid and order a chicken strip basket today. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? LiveTicket.tv has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages starting at $20 per hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 2. That's 833-605-5483, extension 2. And punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota. Comtech has your technology solutions. Check out their showroom located right off the truck route on Irwin Street. Come in and see what you've been missing. A large selection of TVs, sound systems, and smart speakers, PCs, desktops, and tablets, home and business security and telecommunication systems. Comtech is your all-in-one solution for any technology needs. Wishing all athletes the best of luck in today's competition. Comtech. Come see what you've been missing.
Softball time on a Monday afternoon. Welcome back. Brian Oakland with the play-by-play. Going to be joined by Chris Hall, who is going to help us out on this one. We'll talk to him momentarily, but as the Governors come out for their top of the first inning warm-ups, we invite you to listen to this as you're listening to Pierre Governors Softball.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety. River 92.7, KGFX FM, and K296FI Pierre. Arrive alive. Don't text and drive.
Here, Governors, the 16 seed. Spearfish is the 15 seed. Both teams are starving for wins. And Chris Hull, this is a game that I think both teams coming in just approaching as definitely winnable games. And I know both teams feel capable of playing better than they have over the course of the season. But this is, you almost have to treat this one as a postseason game given the competition level right now.
Yeah, you really do. And I think both teams are kind of going through it. I talked to some people that I know from Spearfish, and they were like, golly, we need to learn how to win. And I said, you know, our girls are kind of in that spot too. We lost, 9 seniors last year. But we're seeing some of these young girls step up, but I think both teams need to avoid that inning, right? I think that's
absolutely
what we're going to see.
You know, and I think it's okay to give up big innings if it's all in hits, as long as you're not helping out and making mistakes, either mental or physical errors.
Right.
So we'll see what happens. Here comes the first pitch of the game, brought to you by Comtech, Communication and Electronic Services in Pierre. Noel Kest delivers, but below the knees, it'll be ball one to the leadoff hitter, Liv Johnson, the Spearfish catcher. Spearfish in their customary maroon. They've got gray pants, gray lettering. Foul ball off the right side over the Governor dugout.
Get that mound a little bigger so they roll right back to you, Oakland. Those are $1 a piece from the lawn chair boys.
Imagine we just keep a stash right here. That's what we should do. The Hughes County Jail broadcast booth. The 1-1 pitch knocked on, and Ireland Templeton taking it at shortstop, and she'll deal over to first base. Close play, but Liv Johnson is gunned down by a half a step, and the first out is in the books on a 6-3 putout.
Get the umpires off the jitters a little bit, and that's what we want to see, some ground balls to our middle infielders and get an easy out, quick out.
You know, and get to see some of the arms in play. And the one thing about it, too, you play a deep infield, especially in the middle of the infield, you've either got to charge hard or fire it as hard as you can, because these players are fast on short baselines.
Yep.
First pitch strike to the second batter. This is the pitcher, and now the second pitch, a pop-up behind second base. Emmy Johnson will be retired by Charlotte Hall. Charlie, you know her?
Yeah, I know that kid.
Okay.
But I think what you see from Templeton especially is she's got a big arm. It's maybe cost her a little bit on a couple plays, but, man, she gets the balls back there, and usually she can get it over there. She's got a really good arm.
She had a real nice throw against Jefferson on Friday from deep in the hole. 2 up, 2 down for the Spartans, and Noel Kiss deals to the third batter of the inning to start things off. Danica Brown, the center fielder for the Spartans. Taller in stature, but that one was right down the middle. And next one is away. Ellie Brower's the left-handed catcher, going to her glove side to capture that one. 1-1 to start. We're just underway. Top of the first inning. Spearfish in maroon. The Governors are in their green jerseys with white sleeves, black pants. High fly ball, center field on the 1-1. Jenna Buckles makes the play out there. And 3 up, 3 down to start for the Spartans, and the Governors will come to bat, see if they can draw first blood. Right off the bat, top of the first, middle of the first, Spearfish nothing. The Governors coming up. We'll take a 1-minute timeout, and we're back with more Pierre Governor Softball.
beautiful Black Hills vacation home, the Summit on Dancing Sky near Leeds, South Dakota, in the popular Powder House Pass development. It's a modern rustic design with over 5,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms, and 5 baths for you to enjoy. You'll get gorgeous views of the Terry Peak Mountain Range. There's a community pool to enjoy, and you're close to all the attractions like Deadwood, Sturgis, Spearfish, and a whole lot more. The Summit on Dancing Sky. Visit them at DancingSky.com.
Refined design, remarkable capabilities. The Ford Edge at Capital City Ford delivers everyone and everything in style and comfort. Bold and aggressive on the outside, lavish with lots of tech on the inside. This SUV does a whole lot more than haul groceries. Travel with confidence when purchasing your all-new Ford Edge from Capital City Ford. And for a limited time, qualified buyers can purchase at 1.9 APR for 72 months. Check out the full vehicle lineup at CapitalCityFord.com. Capital City Ford in Pierce, South Dakota.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
The left-hander stands in, a left-handed, I don't want to say predominantly left-handed lineup, but there certainly is a left-handed presence for the Governors in their batting order, and Kist will lead things off from that side of the plate. Pitching is Emmy Johnson. The first one was a roller, but the second one looked a little bit better, but still missing outside. A 2-0 start here for Noel Kist. And Johnson this time is in there. Justin Peterson calling strike one as Kist was taking all the way. 2-1 here, and again, Chris, to me, keys to success. Which team can get the bats going and maybe get the better start and not have to play from behind in this one, as Kist is behind on the 2-1 now, fouls it off 2-2.
Yeah, you saw our defense come bounding in, and they really needed that first half of the inning. You know, it was 1-2-3, but it was also a quick inning, you know.
Not a lot of pitches for Noel. Here's Emmy Johnson, 2-2. That's a hot shot wide of third, deflected by the third baseman, picked up by the shortstop, but Taylor Tennant throwing over, going to be late. This is going to be an infield single for Noel Kist, and a good start for the Governors.
Just a good at-bat, too. 2 strikes. You saw her shorten up and hit it away. Boy, even if you field that clean, it's tough to get her out.
And barreled it up. Here's Carver laying a bunt down as Kist had taken off early. Now third base is wide open. Kist sees that. You squared a bunt, and Carver puts one down. You've got both the third baseman and the first baseman coming in along with the pitcher.
Yeah,
and it's a perfect bunt by Carver as well.
It was a perfect bunt, and there's no way you're getting Carver on that. She's the fastest kid on the team, and when she puts that ball in play, whether she's slapping it or bunting, now you see her go there.
Yep, second base open, so kind of an easy steal situation. Carver will advance, and now runners at second and third, bottom of the first inning. Nobody out yet for the Governors.
Yeah, that's the start we need. That's the kind of ball that Coach Keys likes to play, is get runners on, move them around, force bunts, make teams make plays, and it worked really well there. So,
swing here for Ireland Templeton. That one will stay right there near the box. It'll stay foul. Now a 1-1 start. Third hitter in the order for the Governors. And the one thing I've said, because it's been said to me about the bunting game, when it works, what it does is it causes chaos. And I think you saw that on the Spearfish defense when they left third base open. Shortstop maybe could have been covering.
Right.
She was probably covering second instead.
Right.
Swing and a miss here. Actually, that was a 1-2 pitch, and Ireland Templeton will go down swinging, so unable to advance any runners or get any in. First out recorded, and the Governor cleanup hitter, Jenna Buckles, will stand in. One down with 2 runners in scoring position for the Govs.
Yeah, softball's a lot different than baseball, Oak. There's a lot more bunting, slap hitting. I mean, you're trying to make...
Second one for
down.
the 1-0. And Buckles is able to punch it out into right field. A looper behind the second baseman that'll fall in front of the center fielder, and it's an RBI single. Jenna Buckles will put the Governors on the board. Scoring Kist from third base. Carver and Kist, especially Carver, had to hold up to make sure that ball wasn't going to be caught, but she will advance to third.
Big sigh of relief and a smile on Buckles' face. She needed that hit there.
And she will take off for second base. Catcher throws to third, the ball through the glove, and Carver will take off and score. Third baseman Wiesman unable to handle that, and on the error, the Governors will score their second run here in the first inning.
There again, Carver's speed kills. There's nobody else on that team that would even dare to go on that. You know, the ball didn't get that far away, but she was so fast, and she saw it happen, and she turned around, and she was gone.
First two pitches out of the zone as Ellie Brower stands in. Ellie hit the ball very well, at least in one plate appearance against Sioux Falls Lincoln, but had a great plate appearance and worked out a walk on a number of pitches. So she was a perfect 2 for 2 in her plate appearances against the top team in the state on Saturday. Call strike on the third pitch on the 2-1. Now the 2-1, or the 2-0 was in there. The 2-1 swung on and missed. Ms. Johnson may have taken something off of that one. So a 2-2 opportunity here. 2-0 Governors. Brewers flinches, but cannot pull the trigger, and this is a call. Third strike. Johnson gets a big out here for the Spartans.
Yeah, it looked like an off-speed changeup, maybe that pitch before, but that was a curveball that kind of dazzled Brewers there.
So 2-0 here for the Govs, but 2 down, and Micah Buffalo, the 6th batter in the order. Buckles still stands at second base in scoring position. Buckles watches this one go wide and outside. 2-0 to Micah Buffalo. I said Buckles, but Buffalo. The third baseman and another left-handed batter, the 4th in the first 6 hitters. Buffalo gets this one down behind third base. Buckles is around third going for home. Buffalo, meantime, comes in and is into second base, shy of the tag. The throw was there, but the tag was a little bit late.
It was a really good slide, and Micah loves to run. Micah loves to get into pickles and force the issue there, and that was a good flat slide. Otherwise, she was out because, like you said, the ball beat her there, but she flattened out and got underneath it.
Now Aaron Leiferman, hitter number 7. First pitch swinging, fouls over the screen on the right side. Real good start for Pierre, and again, we'll go back to the comment about getting a quick start, but more importantly, just getting the bats going. This one bounces and then hits Leiferman in the right foot. So a hit batsman for the Governors, puts another runner on base.
Right. And that was a big at-bat by Micah, too, Okies. We talked about that inning, right? If Spearfish gets out of that with just 2 runs, error, maybe a misjudgment on a run, that can lead to, that does tend to lead to 6, 7, 8 runs, and if they could have got out with just 2, that would have been a big out. So big at bat by Buffalo there.
Still 2 runners on. First pitch low and in the dirt to Aaliyah Erickson, playing left field today. She'll put bat on ball. Diving stop from Wiesman at third. Nobody's going to be recorded as an out here, but a great stop to save a run by the third baseman.
Yeah,
for Spearfish.
That saved a run. Erickson's probably been our most consistent stick. She's got really quick hands, and she's come a long ways, man. I'm proud of that kid.
She really, I thought, played very well against Lincoln, stepping in for Buckles. But again, Skylar Wiesman made, she had one ball she couldn't haul in on a throw from the catcher, but she, again, makes a good play here. Now an 0-2 start to the 9-hitter. Charlie Hull, the second baseman. Base is loaded for the Governors. This one will sail wide. Outside, off-speed delivery, excuse me.
Yeah, one thing I'd like to see from all these girls is they're kind of attacking a little more too. That Lincoln pitcher and the Roosevelt pitcher kind of got us on our heels, and we're more defensive, and I'd like to see the aggressiveness.
Hull tries to get a low offering here. Ball was not caught, but then she'll throw on to first. Could have just stepped on to home, but good start for the Governors. They bat all 9 first inning, leaving all 3 runners on, though. They'll score 3, And the Governors on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard at the end of one inning of play lead the Spearfish Spartans 3-0. Scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. We pause for a minute, go to the second when we return with Pierre Governors softball on River 92.7.
The word cooperative means working together for a common purpose. At Actegra Cooperative, we are dedicated to supporting the success of our farmers and the health of our communities for generations to come. Rooted in our communities, Actegra strives to instill dedication, determination, and integrity in everything we do, and that includes inspiring the next generation of agricultural leaders.
Dimmick Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimmick Cheese offers gift boxes and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website dimmickdairy.com or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimmick Cheese.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
We go to the top of the second. Leadoff hitter is their cleanup hitter for Spearfish, Amy Rod Kocher. And the first one missing, but the second one swung on and fouled back to the screen. A 1-1 start. She'll be followed by Skylar Wiesman and Lainey O'Connell, the 4, 5, 6 hitters after the Governors sent them down in order. Brian Oakland along with Chris Hall here talking about this one, and a pair of teams that are, I think, a little bit fired up to play this one. Even Spearfish right now, a lot of noise coming from the dugout. Slow roller wide of the pitcher, but Noelle Kist will range to her right, pick it up, and throw over to Aaron Leiferman, a 1-3 putout, and the first out recorded here in inning number 2.
I think Blyleven says that the pitcher has to be the best athlete on the field, doesn't he, Oak? And you see that Noelle does a good job of attacking balls and really fielding a position, and even probably 4 or 5 steps out than most pitchers do too.
They're the best athletes because they have the best anticipation of anybody out there. That's what Noelle showed there.
Yeah.
She saw that one coming before it was hit. First one outside of the zone to Skylar Wiesman, the third baseman. Oh, hot shot here, right center into the gap, and that one knocked down by Carver. Tough play for Nevaeh. She wasn't going to catch it, but I think she had a little kick save and a beauty on that one.
A little hockey goalie in her future, maybe.
And the first hit for the Spartans, the first base runner, is their 5th hitter of the game. Wiesman is on with a 1-out single, as Carver was able to put it back into the infield. Kist rocking back, starts up with the next hitter. Lainey O'Connell, the designated player, batting only in this game. Sturgis's shortstop,
good pitch.
Abby Fireeisen, is not hitting. She's being used as the flex player in this one. Now 0-2, swung on and missed by O'Connell. Kist dealing again, goes up high, misses away this time. Now 1-2. That's a good pitch to waste right there when you're up 0-2.
And with 0-2, Noelle's got all kinds of pitches she can throw at 0-2 too. So it's important to get her ahead and stay ahead.
1-2. Batter checks her swing here, and Lainey O'Connell will run it up to 2-2. Still with the runner at first in Skylar Wiesman. Kist staying in rhythm, swing and a miss. It'll be strike 3.
Good pitch. And you even saw that, Oak, when she was, at 1-2, she's throwing a pitch that's not a strike, a drop ball there that, it looks good all the way there. So that's still her pitch, and that's a good sign. It shows she's got some good confidence in her location today.
First strikeout for Kist so far. And one missing to start the at-bat for Taylor Tennant, the second baseman. Still a runner at first for Spearfish, their first of the day. 3-0 Governors.
Her drop ball must be really moving because Ellie knew that was coming and still barely caught it. That really dropped the last couple feet.
Well, and I think, if the wind can affect a pitch like that, which
for sure.
She is throwing into a slight breeze. I think we've got about a 10-mile-an-hour wind, 74, 75 degrees. But the third one misses. Not by much, but it's 3-0 now. With a runner on 3-0, green light. Tennant swings but fouls it back to the screen. It'll bound out to first base. Leiferman picks it up from there, and now 3-1.
The other thing, with fast pitch, it's just like baseball. You're going to get movement off of everything, and some days it moves more, and I wonder if Noel's fastball isn't even dropping on her today.
Delivering 3-1. That's in there, right down the pipe. 3-2. And the runner from first base, Skylar Wiesman, should get a head start here with 2 outs. And the full count. 3-0 Governors. They'll try to keep it there. Big pitch here. That's up high and out of the zone. Ball 4.
That looked like maybe a rise ball that got away from her and just tailed on her.
So Kist will walk her first batter of the afternoon. And Spearfish with a runner in scoring position now. Jaden Wenzel, the left fielder, will step in. Hitter number 8 in the lineup. Hitter number 5 in the inning. This one drops below the zone. Ball 1.
And Noel likes to work fast too, and sometimes she needs to just take a stop and really reorganize and kind of, okay, what's going on here? And she did that just there. So.
Right there, comes back, delivers one, looks good, but it's inside, maybe a little bit high. Pitchers obviously are so rhythm-centric.
Yes.
And if you don't have your rhythm, you've got to do whatever you can to try to find that. And this one misses as well. Well, Kist had a good start in that first inning. Right now, her strike-to-ball ratio dipping a little bit. And 3-0 here to the number 8 hitter with 2 runners on already. There's one in. 3-1 now. And obviously, if you're Noel Kist and she knows it, the Governors have staked her to a bit of a lead. You want to come out and just throw as many strikes as you can.
Yep.
Rely on your defense to get out of the inning.
Same
Strike
pitch.
2 is in. That one down the pipe, and now another full count here with runners at first and second. Both should get a head start.
Big pitch here.
Tennant at first, Wiesman at second. Here comes one this way. It's not going to get to us. It's to the dugout. Leiferman has room, and she'll haul it in on a foul out to the first baseman to retire the side.
Good play there by Aaron. You heard the dugout and Coach Keys going, there's a little bit of room. So big play there.
No runs, 1 hit, 2 left on. After an inning and a half, the Governors lead Spearfish 3-0. We're back in a minute for the bottom of 2 when we return with more Pierre Governors softball.
Grossenberg Implement is your John Deere Precision Ag headquarters. At Grossenberg, they have the staff and knowledge to help you be more productive. Now is the time to check with their integrated solutions staff to ensure your spring planting data is correct. Did your AutoPath data come through correctly? They can help with that too. In the course of 87 years, they've earned your trust at Grossenberg Implement. They don't want to stop now. Grossenberg Implement, your trusted John Deere dealer since 1937.
Titan Machinery is actively hiring service technicians to our Case IH team in Highmore, Miller, and Pierre. Whether you are an experienced technician or looking to start your career, Titan has a spot for you. Earn a competitive pay with the potential to make upwards of 6 figures. Titan Machinery offers company HSA and 401k contributions, free single health care, and a generous tool allowance. For more information, log into titanmachinery.com/careers or contact Titan Machinery, your Case IH dealer, at 701-356-0130.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
To lead off the second after the Govs batted all 9 in the first, but 1 pitch up, 2 pitches up, 3 pitches up now from Amy Johnson of Spearfish. And Noel in the driver's seat here, looking for a leadoff trip to the bases, and she'll be given a free pass on a 4-pitch walk.
And that's probably a double because she's going to go. Whether Carver puts this in play or they do the straight steal here, it'll be interesting to see after last inning.
And there goes Kiss, pitches in the dirt, up and throwing, and a little bit wide on the first base side of second base. That throw was almost caught by Fireeisen, and it could have been an instant tag right there, but the Governors dodge a bullet. That's a stolen base for Noel Kist, and after a 5th pitch in a row was out of the zone, now Nevaeh Carver. She runs up on the next one and misses it. Swing and a miss. There's 1-1 after 5 in a row. We're out of the strike zone. Now 1-1. Carver up on this one. Third baseman charging, and a nice play made by Wiesman. You say a tough play or a tough throw?
It's a tough play because Nevaeh's coming out of the box. She's a true slap hitter. She's moving forward, trying to get out of the box, make contact to the left side. So she's already got 3 steps almost before the ball hits the bat. And she's fast enough. She's our only real true slap hitter on varsity, and when she gets it going, it's just tough. It's a lot of pressure.
Then I was going to add tough throw because she's got the pitcher standing right in her way as well. So good job there to get an out for Spearfish, but Kist does move on to first.
Oh boy!
And the ball gets away. It's a wild pitch, and Ireland Templeton runs to first. She thinks she got hit on a bounce. And Justin Peterson is going to ask if his field mate there, Dale Farman, if this pitch hit. Justin Peterson did not call a hit by pitch on this. And they are going to bring Templeton back. I thought she jumped over the top of it, but I think since she ran down to first so eagerly, it seemed that she thought she got clipped on the toe, perhaps, by that pitch. But on a wild pitch, Noelle Kist scores regardless.
And the field here at Riggs, that pass ball isn't automatic. You saw it. That ball comes off there pretty hard, and the catcher just bounced. It came to her, and she turned around and went, "Oh, I got to play at the plate." So just one of the nuances of our new field.
This new concrete backstop that Pierre has, and umpire Peterson will correct the count. 2-1 here to Ireland Templeton. Well, Amy Johnson continues to deal. Base is empty here for the Governors as Kist does score on the wild pitch. So 4-0 Pierre.
You're seeing the Spearfish pitcher, she's missing up, missing down, where you're seeing Noelle, when she's missing the Pierre pitcher, she's missing down, right? So she's got a little bit more control and maybe even a little bit more of idea. Noelle likes to pitch down, right? You got the 3 S's, speed, spin, and spot. And if you got 2 of them, you can be successful. And Noelle can really locate it and spin it. So she's under a little bit more control, I think.
Templeton draws a 5-pitch walk.
That was a good at-bat, too.
So Ireland is on after all. And Jenna Buckles, who has an RBI single from the first inning, stands in for the second time today. First pitch was taken for a strike, and then swung on and fouled. So 0-2 here for Jenna Buckles. And Buckles will take this one away. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's good to see Buck being aggressive, though, and attacking the ball. It's been about a week since any of these girls have been really eager to get up there and take their hacks.
Next one, golfing this one out behind second base. That'll be another blooper. Base hit for Jenna Buckles, number 2. She's not barreling them up necessarily, but she's getting them in play. And like you were just alluding to, and what I've seen in the games I've been here so far, Jenna has not made very consistent contact. So a good start for her in this one. 2 runners on for the Govs. 1 out. We're in the bottom of the second. Governors on top 4-0.
And Buck was due. I mean, you want to talk about taking advantage and hitting your spots. She's hit some balls early in the season that were just scalded, that were right at people. So it'll start evening out hopefully here.
1-0. Ellie Brower standing in now. And another one missing up.
Ellie usually doesn't get cheated at the plate. She likes to get up and hack. So
that one she smacked the other day against Sioux Falls Lincoln down the third base line. That one rolled all the way to the fence. And there's another hot shot off the glove of the pitcher, and everybody's going to be safe here. Play will be made by the shortstop, or at least the pickup. Fireisen coming in, but there's Browers hitting it as hard as we've seen.
That brings back shades of Brian Oakland straight balling me on Thursday night slow pitch league. That's why we wear masks out there, folks.
Although a good job by Emmy Johnson, unfortunately taking it off the glove. She didn't have really any issues, but the infield will come in and chat about how things are going here. Head coach, I believe, out there as well.
Just giving the pitcher a little bit of time here. So another, Micah sees herself, Buffalo sees herself in another big at-bat here. Base hit, crooked number. Boy, that would go a long ways for the girls. So
Little stoppage of play there, timeout in our broadcast. Timeouts and River 92.7 broadcast brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre. Your favorite Coke product. Here comes Buffalo, and she ducks underneath it, then loses her balance, falls back, and ends up in a seated position, but she's up and ready to go again. 1-0. Bases loaded of Governors now. And Johnson gets this one to Buffalo, but she'll pull it foul down the first base line here.
I know that's a little embarrassing for Micah, but I like to see it because that tells me she's moving forward at the pitch, and then all of a sudden she's adjusting going backwards, right? Again, it's attacking. It's being aggressive on every pitch, looking to hit it, not looking to,
Buffalo in the 1-1 fouls away from over the Spearfish dugout on the third base side.
Right, not looking to just defend it. You're looking to attack there, and that's what caused that seat in the dirt there.
Still just one out. Bases loaded. 0-2 to Buffalo, the third baseman for the Governors. This one is hit deep out into the outfield. Center fielder coming on, making the play. And Danica Brown will throw all the way home. It's up the third base side. Ball not caught by the catcher, and the other two runners will advance. So I was a little surprised Buckles maybe didn't advance to third right away, but...
Yeah, I don't think she got the best read on that throw. It was kind of an awkward throw, like... Where was it going? But it was going home, but Buck certainly should have tagged there and maybe had a chance to score, but see if Leiferman can bring her in here.
Second run batted into the day for Micah Buffalo, still officially 1-for-1. Second run of the inning in, the Governors' lead is now 5-0. And Aaron Leiferman, as Coach Bell Lupkin coming out and wanting to chat with Dale Farman, the base umpire, about something maybe
seeing if Buck tagged up there, Buckles tagged up there, or
from second to third.
Yeah, it was a quick discussion, but
yeah, whatever she asked him, probably did they tag properly? Yeah. Was it the one from third or the one from second? Right. But Dale Farman says, yep, everybody's okay in that regard. Coach Lupkin back to the dugout, and here we go. First pitch swinging, and up the middle goes Leiferman, and this is going to score 2 more runs. And Aaron Leiferman, the senior first baseman, in this one with a hot shot up the middle, and the Governor lead is now 7-0.
Again, for Aaron, good, aggressive first pitch, first strike swinging, squared it up, big smile as she rounded first. That's good to see.
So the Governors hitting well. They've had a pair of walks to help out. 3 singles as well. Strike one is in to Erickson here. And she'll hit this one out into left field down the line. Fair or foul? It lands fair. Leiferman will only advance 1 base. So it'll be a single. Left fielder Wenzel gets over there and makes a nice play on it with a good hustle.
Just a good athletic swing. She threw a changeup and Aaliyah was on her front foot, but her weight was still back enough and she got her arms extended and got around it. So good at bat there by Aaliyah.
Erickson 2 for 2, and the Governor hitters are doing a good job. 5 hits in the first inning, 4 more here in the second, and they've batted around for the second inning in a row. Charlie Hall swinging. This one, a dribbler in front, and it's
we'll take it when we get him.
An infield hit for Charlie Hall as she beats out the throw from the catcher.
Got her dad's speed, I guess.
I'll be honest, I wasn't so sure that ball didn't go off her ankle or something. I was thinking foul at first, but that infield single will load the bases again. And the top of the lineup comes up with Noelle Kiss, the 10th batter of the inning. Noelle here still in the second inning, batting for the 3rd time. A 7-0 Governor lead.
And again, we talked about it. These are some of the bloops and little ground balls and stuff that we just haven't got the last 2 weeks. And now all of a sudden they're coming in waves, but you make your own luck too, right?
That is true. Emmy Johnson, a couple of them low. Nice pick by Liv Johnson on the second one. She throws down to third, but cannot pick off Leiferman. Now swinging and missing a little bit early. Noelle Kist.
I think she's got pretty good off-speed stuff, Oak. There's been a few off the front foot swings here this inning, and she's spotting it pretty well now, so maybe she's settling in a little bit.
This one looked like maybe a little bit off speed as well, but that misses a little bit outside. So 3-1 and no place to put her here for Liv Johnson. Kiss gets bat on ball. It'll go to short. She'll underhand flip to second base for the force of Hull. And that'll retire the side, but the Governors will tag on 4 more on 4 hits plus a couple of walks. And after 2 complete, on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, it's Pierre 7, Spearfish nothing. Scoreboard from Gales Gas Service in Pierre. We're back in a minute for inning number 3. This is Pierre Governor softball.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
The Fieldhouse in Pierre is your premier spot to watch all the sports, from your local Govs and Lady Govs, as well as Buffs and Lady Buffs, all the way up to your favorite big league teams. Kick back and relax with a pizza, nachos, burgers, or one of our air-fried appetizers. Wash down the food with your pick from our array of premium beverages. Between the action, be sure to check out the unique and plentiful memorabilia throughout the building. We can't wait for you to come in and watch the games with us broadcast on liveticket.tv. The Fieldhouse in Pierre.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Jim Wilson running the show in studio. 3 and 4 in the first 2 innings for the Governors, and they lead 7-0. They've had 9 hits already in this game as well.
Now you're seeing Noelle throwing that rise ball up in the zone first pitch. She's feeling confident, and then come back with something a little bit off speed. Now she can go anywhere. She really can.
2 straight in the zone, 0-2. Noelle, the junior, hit on or swung on
too
and
many strikes.
Hit out into center field.
I think she just missed her spot there. You normally don't see that from her. Yeah, she's saying, my bad. You're ahead up 0-2, throwing 2 different pitches, and she just threw too good of a pitch there. She was looking to waste something and left it in the middle of the zone.
And I love that too, because the one thing you really hate to see, and as a fan, as a player, as a coach, is easy hits on 0-2.
Right.
You know, especially from no disrespect to the hitter, Maya Hiding, who gets a nice base hit, solid knock. But you especially don't want that from the number 9 hitter.
Right. 0-2. Just threw it right down the heart. Missed her spot.
Top of the order here. And Hiding will take off. A little bit of a delay. Browers throws down, but it's a little bit late. Templeton covering. The tag is late, and Hiding will slide in safely with a stolen base.
Good throw from Browers. I think she just was surprised. Like you said, it was a delay, and all of a sudden she's like, oh, I got to get rid of this. So.
1-2 here, and this one rises up out of the zone. Or was that 0-2? Now 1-2. Top of the order is Liv Johnson, the catcher. It's what you expect from the top of the order, especially. Grab that one for me, will you? Hitting it this way.
Oh. Trey was right there. I thought he was going to catch it. He was right behind me, and I turned around, and he was running like he's running the 100 in the ESD.
Well, you do realize you get $1 for those, right?
I thought you were protecting me.
Foul ball right to us. Anyway, Johnson back at it, and this one off the glove of Noelle Kist, and now Spearfish has a couple of runners on, as Templeton will come to pick it up from short. The runner advancing, Hiding to third. And I tell you what, if Spearfish ever needed a little good start, this is exactly what the doctor ordered, trailing 7-0. Couple of hard hit balls.
Yep,
and
that's
2 runners on at first and third.
Kind of a tit-for-tat thing. We got one last inning on a hard shot back to the pitcher, and kind of the same thing. Noelle got her glove on it, but it just popped up and kind of landed in no man's land in front of short.
Top of the third here, 7-0 Pierre, but Spearfish trying to get something going. First pitch swinging this time, and Charlie Hall comes to make a play in front of the second base bag, but tried to flip it to Templeton. The runner was there first. That'll be an RBI. I think that would have been a single regardless anyway, even though technically that could be a fielder's choice. I'll give her a single. And a run batted in. So Emmy Johnson, the pitcher, helping her own cause. Now a first pitch hack. Right center field gap. Carver cannot run it down. Buckles will get out there. This will be a run-scoring double for Danica Brown, the center fielder. And Spearfish has come out and hit 4 in a row. And just like that, they've got a couple of runs in. 3 singles and a double.
Making them earn it, though. That's the big thing, and now you just got to limit that, right, and try to mitigate the damage as much as you can.
Play stoppage, Mount Visit, Elizabeth Keys coming out to maybe stop momentum, but as we've got a little bit of a Coca-Cola timeout here at Coca-Cola Bottling of Pierre. So grab a Coke. We appreciate you joining us here for Pierre Governors softball. The one thing about this, Chris, is that's 3 hitters in a row that have hit the first pitch.
Right.
And they've gotten good contact on it. So if you're the pitcher in this case, you probably have to come out and break them by, missing one or at least giving them a bit of a different look.
Right there.
And I don't know if it was intended to be in the dirt, but out of the zone, I think, was the intention. And Amy Rod-Kocher, the first baseman, the cleanup hitter, takes it for a ball. Now she'll swing at the first strike. CC is out into left field. Fly ball. Erickson makes the catch. She's going to throw home. Browers with the catch, but cannot reach on the tag. That throw is just a little bit wide of home plate toward the Spearfish dugout. Browers had to reach up high and then reach back to Emmy Johnson, who had tagged from third. It'll be the first out of the inning, and on the throw, Danica Brown will advance from second to third, but a sacrifice fly to left field brings in the 3rd run of the inning for the Spartans, and they trail now 7-3. Here's another hot shot. First pitch swinging. Out to Buckles in center. Brown will leave from third, and she'll head home on another sacrifice fly for Skylar Wiesman, who hits the ball hard for the second time today.
She's had 2 really good swings. And that previous play, when the fly ball went out to Erickson and she came charging in, maybe say, you should hit the cut. But Aaliyah's got a gun, and really, I'm okay with them trying to steal it out there and just shut that momentum down. I think these girls, they feed off that, and it was a good throw, another foot up the line, and that girl was out. That was an absolute cannon from Aaliyah in left.
Next batter up, Lainey O'Connell, the designated player, the DP. A couple of them that have missed just inside. 2-0 here. Now the bases are empty for Spearfish. They're going to have to start another rally if they want to prolong the matter here. Another one missing, now 3-0. So Noelle Kist has gone from getting hit hard on a lot of first pitch strikes to missing 3 in a row here to O'Connell. 3-0 is in.
Noelle does do a good job, too, of battling back. You'll see a lot of pitchers just kind of let that batter get away, but usually if she's got down 3-0, she's going to be around the plate the next 2 pitches. That one got away from her. It looked like a rise ball, but
a little high and away, and another walk here. Another base runner for Spearfish. I shouldn't say well, that's the second walk of the game, but the first one in this large inning for the Spartans, who have a crooked number up. Here has 3 and 4. Now Spearfish has responded with 4. We're in the top of the 3rd. 7-4 Govs. Strike 1 in to Taylor Tennant, the second baseman. She'll get a bat on a ball and knock one out into right field, going the opposite way. Hall with the relay over to third off the glove of Micah Buffalo, and runners will advance. So the Governors will help the cause of Spearfish here, as O'Connell will score all the way from first base.
Yeah, and like the previous play with Aaliyah, Charlie should have probably just ate that and kept her at first. We've been making them earn it so far. Now we just got to get a batter out and get out of the inning.
7-5, and a runner at second base now. Foul off to the right side. And what happened there, the ball out to Nevaeh Carber. She threw short to the cutoff Hall and then over to third. Throw was there. It was catchable, but it went off the glove, and maybe Micah Buffalo had to reach for it just a little bit. But as the ball got away, that allowed the next run to score from there, when otherwise it wouldn't have. So call that an unearned run.
Yep.
So far, unless you get another hit, I suppose.
Right.
I think that's just the first error of this inning for the Governors. There's a swing and a miss on an 0-2, and the Governor defense will finally get off the field. Spearfish shows up, though. They get 5 runs on, 5 hits. Couple of sac flies, 1 runner left on base. We got a new ball game at the end of 2.5. It is Pierre 7, Spearfish 5. Let's take a 30-second break, and we're back for the bottom of the 3rd. You're listening to Pierre Governors Softball.
on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
DRG Media Group Sports is...
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Governors scored the first 7 of the game. We'll see if they can come back and respond and try to get some of those runs back. Spearfish with a good job of hitting in that top half of the inning. Nevaeh Carver leading things off, swing and a miss on the first pitch from Emmy Johnson. Carver, Templeton, and Buckles, the 2, 3, 4 hitters here for the Governors, going through their lineup for the 3rd time now.
Yep. And she must have really fooled Nevaeh with that first pitch. You don't see a slap hitter way out ahead like that very often through a changeup first pitch.
1-1 now, and this one pulled, and it's fair over the top of the first baseman. So Nevaeh Carver with a leadoff single.
You also don't see a slap hitter pulling a ball down the first base line very often. It's quick hands. She must have been way ahead of that one too, but she squared it up. It's a nice little line drive.
On Saturday, we had help from Justin Hausman from Live Ticket, who has seen this Spearfish team. Templeton bluffing a bunt. Carver is running, and she'll get to second base. As the throw comes down to second, Fireisen was in front of the bag a little bit. She reached over but could not reach Carver, who ran right by and checks into second.
I think if she would have let that ball get to the base, Nevaeh would have been out there. But she's quick and forced the issue.
Templeton swings through, strike one. Now 1 ball, 1 strike. As the first one missed, but Justin Hausman from Live Ticket, who sees this Spearfish team from time to time, he thought that another pitcher in Caitlin Sitzman would probably be the who the Governors would see in this game, but that's not the case. Emmy Johnson got the call. She's had her struggles, but she's right in the thick of this one now with that Spearfish offense coming to life. Foul away for Templeton, then a rise ball up and out of the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. We're just underway in the bottom of the 3rd in a 7-5 game. Templeton watches this one go low and away, and it's a full count.
Putting together a good at-bat, got in the hole early, down 2 strikes, and now she's kind of found her strike zone, and she knows what she wants to swing at.
3-2, late
right
swing this time, as that one was dialed up a little bit by Johnson. I think that makes me think, Chris, about it being late on a 3-2 pitch. You're kind of probably expecting fastball, but yet she was a little late on it, and that one I think just had a little extra couple of miles per hour on it. This one out of the zone, it'll work out a walk, the second of the afternoon for Templeton. Pierre has runners on first and second now.
And I think, she's been throwing some good off-speed stuff. Our girls have gotten a couple good swings off their front feet and put them in play and for base hits, but look at that.
Buckles with a hot shot past third base, out into left field. Carver will turn around third and score. So Pierre responds right back with 3 base runners. And an RBI knock for Jenna Buckles, who is 3 for 3, and that's the hardest hit ball she's had of the 3 so far.
But I think she's been throwing a lot of strikes off speed, and obviously Buck was sitting there waiting on that fastball, and she turned on it. Whereas Templeton, the previous at-bat, might have been looking off speed even out because she's thrown so many strikes at that different speed. But Templeton did a good job of fouling it off, and now we get a run out of it.
Ellie Brower's in. First pitch misses. The second one gets away, and both runners will advance. It'll be 2-0. Buckles on to second. Templeton over to third. And with a run in, the Governors in a real threat right now. 2-0 here. 8-5 the score. That's after Carver scored on the Buckles RBI single.
Her off-speed pitches are moving a lot. That last pass ball didn't hit the dirt. The catcher just kind of missed it. And even that pitch, that thing dropped and broke about 2 feet in the last 3 feet before the base. So she's got a lot of movement on that thing, I think.
3-0 clips the outside corner. Something to keep an eye on. Aaron Leiferman was just out behind us throwing warm-up pitches. I wonder if Elizabeth Keys is going to make a change here after Spearfish came through with 5 hard-hitting runs in the top half of the inning.
And here it is again.
Yeah, Brewers works out a walk,
Yeah,
so the
at
Governors will load the bases again. And we'll have a play stoppage here. Spearfish coach comes out, and they may be making a pitching change, and they are.
Yeah, looks like it.
So a change in the action. A Coca-Cola timeout on the field, brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre. Let's take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back after this pitching change. The Governors lead Spearfish 8-5. We're in the bottom of the third on River 92.7.
The official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Keenholz wants to run again, and he's got room. 40, 30, foot race to the 10, 5, and a touchdown. Pierre will come back and set up Avery Kaiser on the outside left through the block, and that's down.
The official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7, and also at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and DRGnews.com.
Riverview RV Park overlooks Lake Sharp on the Missouri River. They have all the amenities, from full hookups, laundry, showers, dog park, play area, and free Wi-Fi. There's no need to drive across the country. When here in central South Dakota, you can find some of the best fishing and the most spectacular sunrises and sunsets. Call us today at 605-280-6266 or reserve your next camping spot online at briggsrvpark.com. Make Riverview RV Park your home away from home experience.
John Hoffman elect.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Of the young lady who's coming on, I think it's number 3. Or no, let's check that again. Number 5. There would be Caitlin Sitzman. So that is their second pitcher. She has missed out of the zone in some warm-up pitches, and this one stays low. And a wild pitch right off the bat will score Ireland Templeton from third, and everybody else moving up a base. Buckles to third, Brewers on to second base is Micah Buffalo.
It's a tough spot to come into, Oak. It's, fast pitch is a lot of feel and timing, and man, you got bases loaded, no place to put them, and first ball's in the dirt. That's just a tough spot.
So Caitlin Sitzman now, who has done a good portion of the pitching for Spearfish this season. Second one's low. Johnson gets a glove on this one and then retrieves it, throws on to Wiesman at third. And boy, Jenna Buckles was almost a little nonchalant getting back in there.
Trying to get a cool point or two coming in the third there, just about cost her.
So nobody out here in the third.
That backstop comes into play. We talked about it. It's a short backstop, another pass ball, and our Buckholz wasn't even breaking there because it bounced right back to the catcher.
Amy Johnson will go 2+ innings, still responsible for 2 runners on, and the Governors have 9 on the board after that last pass ball runner scoring. Buffalo will take a 4-pitch walk, and the bases are jammed again.
See what Aaron can do with a little confidence here. A couple good at-bats previously with the different pitcher, and she's certainly a bat that we've kind of expected, and she started out struggling, but now swinging it pretty well.
Low offering here in the first pitch, swung on and missed, and Buckles thought she could get home. She's going to go all the way now after getting into a pickle, and she is thrown out from the third baseman. So a 2-5-2 put out, and Buckles just got caught a little too far off the base. I think she might have taken some things for granted there, and it cost her.
I don't know if she got it. Aaron swung at that, and I don't know if she got a good read on that and thought it was further away, but it was right in front of the catcher there. Yeah, she was halfway home when the catcher picked up the ball.
She may have seen the ball going in the dirt and just assumed that it was going to go past. She was just trying to get a good jump, but had a little slow to recognize. There's Leiferman, a hot shot into center field, and that'll score another one as Buffalo rounds third, and she'll head for home. It'll score 2 more, and Aaron Leiferman comes up big again.
So confident in that swing too, Oak, and that's what I was talking about. Aaron started out the season really well swinging the bat, and just kind of lost a little confidence. But boy, she's put together some good at bats today, and that was squared up and right back up the box. It's perfect.
2 for
Line
2.
drive.
Leiferman a pair of singles. She was hit by a pitch, so she's got a perfect day going, and she's already knocked in 4 runs in this game. And Pierre now with 1 out and just a runner on first in Leiferman. And Aaliyah Erickson, who is also 2 for 2, standing in.
This is kind of where we were talking about. You get a couple and you really want to pour it on and try to get back ahead.
11-5 our score now. Erickson will foul one away.
That also reminds me of Thursday night softball league with a pop fly to you and I, and we just kind of stand there and watch it fall.
But we usually have something in our hands,
right,
that we don't want to spill.
Right.
But anyway, ball and a strike. Erickson, who's handled the bat well today, lets this one go by, and Sitzman
Shakes
starting
her
to
head,
get
too.
in a little bit of a feel here. That was a good fastball right through the middle.
Erickson shaking her head. That was the pitch she was probably even looking for there, and let it go.
1-2 now. Still just 1 out. And there's the string pulled. She can't run on that one. Erickson is going to be out anyway. Leiferman with a good recognition, not moving from first base. It'll be a swinging strikeout. The first for Sitzman, only the fourth strikeout rather, of the day for Governor hitters.
That was a good piece of pitching. She let Erickson let that one go by, and then just came and threw a nasty changeup way out in front. Erickson way out in front, and that was a good pitch.
2 outs now here. We're in the third, so the Governors yielded 5 to Spearfish in the top half of the third. They've responded with 4 in a row. They've scored 3, 4, and 4 now in each of these first 3 innings. Here is Hull hitting. Rolls one out to short, and that'll be a fielder's choice to finish the inning here, as Leiferman is retired at second base. Another good inning for the Governors. As mentioned, 4 runs, 3 hits with a couple of walks. And at the end of 3 complete on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, it's Pierre 11, Spearfish 5. Scoreboard from Gales Gas Service in Pierre. We are back in 1 minute for more Pierre Governors softball.
Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
And first pitch swinging, but a ground ball to second base, fielded by Charlie Hull, and moving on with the throw to Aaron Leiferman at first. 1 pitch, 1 out here for the Governors.
That's a big out. First pitch, she started the rally last time, and the top of the order really came through. So to get her off the base paths and get a quick out on 1 pitch is big.
Top of the order up now. Catcher Liv Johnson hits one deep to left field. Erickson on the run, and this will be a 1-hopper to the wall. Going for 2 is Liv Johnson, who will be in with a 1-out double standing. Second hit for Johnson.
That was a nice piece of hitting. Noelle missed her spot up in the zone. She was ready for it. Right off the bat, I was like, oh boy, that leadoff hitter might have just hit a home run.
Yeah,
it was just short.
It looked like it had some jump, and it may have. Here's another hot shot. Emmy Johnson, nice play coming into Carber. Carber catches the liner on the run out in right field, and Emmy Johnson somewhat robbed of a hit.
And that's a tough play. Carber coming in, right-handed batter. He got that spin on it like you and I used to put into in softball. It's got that spin tailing away, and she caught it right at her shoe tops. That's a big, big play there.
And probably a little bit of her speed coming into that play. that's an easy play to think you have it and just absolutely don't. Also, that ball was scorched.
Yep, and it was moving side to side too. So
2 out here. Templeton gets a shot, bobbles it, throws on to Leiferman, stretching, and it is a little bit late.
Yeah, she was safe.
I agree on that. And Danica Brown will scratch out a hit, and I suppose we'd have to give that an error to the shortstop.
Yeah, it took a kind of a goofy hop right in front of her and slid up her arm, and I was telling Leiferman to look because the runner on third was breaking about halfway home, but Erin's usually pretty aware of that stuff. She's a crafty senior.
So still 2 outs, but Spearfish still alive here, top of the 4th. They trail 11-5. The Governors on top. Danica Brown will go immediately to second base. The throw will go to second, but it was a backhand attempt at a pickup by Templeton, and she was not able to field it cleanly. The runner was waiting, but on that bobble, Liv Johnson is able to leave third and head for home. She will score.
Yeah, and I think that came out of Brower's hand kind of funny. She's got a great arm, and it was well in front of home, and it was kind of too far for the fake throw cut play, but not far enough to get the runner.
Well, and I believe as the pitch comes in low here to Amy Rod-Kocher, now 1-1 to the cleanup hitter. I think the play was on where Templeton was coming and cutting in front of second base, and they were going to yield the runner to advance to second, trying to cut down the runner from third. If that would have been the case, it really wasn't going to be until that, like you said, I agree. I think it came out of her hand a little strange, and that forced Templeton to have to readjust on it. Swing and a miss on a half-hearted swing. Now Rod-Kocher gets one through. Out of the reach of Hull at second base, and this will score. No, it will not. Danica Brown, for some reason, doesn't score. There were 2 outs. And she should have been running on contact.
Yeah, and then it was bobbled a little bit out there in the outfield. I don't know if she stumbled, or it looks like she's kind of stretching out if she stumbled or something. But this girl who just had the hit, she's been impressive. She's had a couple of really good swings, and even that one, she was fooled.
There's a low liner back of the shoe tops. Kist picks it up, and did she catch that one, or is that just a 1-3 put out? Either way.
1-3.
It's the 3rd out of the inning. Spearfish gets 1. Probably should have had a second, but at the end of 3.5, it's 11-6 Governors. We'll take a minute. We're back for another Governor Time at the Plate when we return with more Pierre Governor softball.
First car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Ryan Oakland along with Chris Hull helping us out here tonight. And Noelle Kist, first pitch swinging, a little looper wide, foul at third base. Great diving effort by Skylar Wiesman, unable to come up with it. You're listening to Pierce Softball.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety. River 92.7, KGFX FM, and K296FI Pierre. Arrive alive. Don't text and drive.
Yeah, that was in her glove, and when she hit the dirt, it came out.
Kiss, strike 2 comes in from Caitlin Sitzman. Came on in relief in that 3rd inning of Emmy Johnson. Yielded one more run, the 11th of the game for the Govs, but then got the last couple of outs. Now pulling the string on 0-2. And that one will float in, but a little bit off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Noelle Kist. I think what we've seen so far today, Governors have scored 3, 4, 4 in their first 3 innings respectively, but they cannot be thinking that they are done.
No.
They're going to need more runs before this game is over. 2-2 as the next one misses. Here comes the 2-2 from Sitzman. That one rises up high, and now full count for Noelle Kist.
I think Noelle's seeing the ball really well, and she always goes to the plate with a good approach, good two-strike hitter, and she's not even tempted at those last two.
Sitzman rocks back, deals, Kist swings, fists this one over to the Spearfish dugout, foul. Staying alive. It's a good thing it's May now and it's 75 degrees. If it's 50 degrees, that one stings for an hour and a half.
Noelle broke a bat in half in Rapid City on about a 48-degree night.
3-2 again. Sitzman to Kist in the zone on the outside corner, and Kist a little bit surprised, but good-looking pitch there by Caitlin Sitzman, and the first out of the 4th inning is in the books. That's the first time today in 4 innings that the Governor leadoff hitter has been retired.
Yep, that's just one you got to be swinging at least trying to foul off. That was a tough pitch either way.
Here's Carber stepping up and slapping one out into the middle, up the middle into center field. And the hit Carber has really come on here over the weekend. Actually, I think she made good contact in 2 plate appearances against Lincoln on Saturday, and now 3 for 4 today. She's on for the 3rd time, already having scored a couple of runs. A 1-out single here will watch Carber. She's running instantly. Liv Johnson throws down, and Fireeisen can't reach on the tag once again. Abby Fireeisen out in front of second base. And like you said last time, Carber stole second. If she's waiting for the ball at the base.
Let that ball travel there. She's out both times. But Nevaeh's got a slide there, too.
Yeah, neither time that we're talking about she has hit the dirt, and probably because she knows where that
you can see where the ball's coming, right?
So you got a ball and a strike now to Ireland Templeton, the 3rd hitter in the Governor order. She's walked and scored twice. Was caught swinging in the 1st inning.
You don't see Templeton, all season. She doesn't swing at many pitches out of the strike zone. She's got a good idea where her strike zone is, and that's pretty darn important.
2-1 here from Sitzman. That one right down the middle, but a swing and a foul. And the Church Street construction workers running that one down.
Shovel save and a beauty.
Guys are getting a break.
But you saw that from Templeton. That looked a little more defensive as they, against Stitzman as they were against their first pitcher. That was more of a defensive swing at 2-1.
2-2 now. This one up the middle, and that one out of the reach of the second baseman into center field. Danica Brown returns it, but throws it to nobody. And Templeton will advance as Carber is checking in at third base. Brown tried to throw it into the cutoff player, but there was really nobody home at second base, and the pitcher wasn't in position to back that particular throw up either. So an error on the throw allows Templeton to advance.
That was really heads up by Templeton. She saw it. She was rounding first, and she saw that center fielder come in to throw, and you could tell that Templeton knew there was nobody home.
Jenna Buckles in now, and she'll foul the first one away. Caleb Brozick going to win the race to that one. I better man the camera until he gets back.
Usually our JV team gobbles those up, but they're out in right field warming up. So
0-1, Buckles, and she couldn't quite pull the trigger on that one. Sees it clip the outside corner. Now 0-2 to Buckles, who's had a perfect day so far. 3 for 3, 3 singles, 2 ribbies. 2 runners on here on second and third, and the changeup swung on and missed. Now Spearfish will throw down to first to get the out, but Carber will break for home. Templeton trails, and she'll check into third, and a run scores after all, even though Jenna Buckles is retired for the first time today.
Yeah, she got fooled on the changeup, but as soon as she swung, she took off, and pretty good heads up there by making them make that throw, and you've got our fastest runner at third there, and she broke. Carber, as soon as the catcher looked towards first, she was breaking home there. So
and in this case, first base was open with less than 2 outs, so Buckles was able to run, unlike Aaliyah Erickson, who did strike out, the pitch not being caught in the previous inning, but Aaron Leiferman had occupied first base. Now it's Ellie Brower standing in. First pitch misses. 2 out here, bottom of the fourth. Pierre has got one more Added on here, they lead 12-6. Snap throw down to third, but Templeton gets dirty and gets back in safely.
Let me ask you, Oak, on keeping a home field book. Buchholz get an RBI on that then, or?
No.
I thought maybe you keep a home field book, you'd maybe give her one.
Nope, official score says no on that. Because essentially you'd go a wild pitch or a pass ball, and you wouldn't give one either in either case either. 2-1. Brewers. This one gets the outside corner. I think that was an off-speed delivery by Sitzman.
Brewers turned around and said, "What was that?" to Micah Buffalo. I don't even know if she knew what pitch that was.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Templeton still at third base. Sitzman delivers. Brewers swings and miss on a pitch that was up in the zone, but the Governors do get 1 on 2 hits. 1 runner left on base. We're through 4 complete. Gales Gas Service scoreboard. It's the Pierre Governors 12, Spearfish Spartans 6. We'll take a minute and we're back to the 5th. Getting almost halfway through this one, you're listening to Pierre Governor Softball.
Over 130 years, Bank West has earned long-term customer relationships by continually adapting to current customer needs while never losing touch with its South Dakota roots. With all our branches and our corporate offices firmly rooted in South Dakota, you can count on Bank West for solutions and service backed by hometown values. We've been there and we'll be there. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Learn more at bankwest-sd.bank. Member FDIC.
At Wilbur Ellis, our forward-thinking approach to crop protection, nutrition, and seed development combines years of service and expertise to the latest technology wherever you are, whatever your needs. We offer seed sales, providing Integra, DeKalb, and NK seed, fertilizer and chemical application, which includes ground and air spray, and more. Much more. We're proud to sponsor all area sports and activities, with locations in Miller, Highmore, and Blunt. Wilbur Ellis.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
We go to the 5th inning, a good ball game, 12-6. 2 teams starving for wins, 2 teams pretty even competitively on the field, and we've seen that today. The Governors on their home field have had the upper hand throughout, but Spearfish has shown that they're not about to go away as they bat in the top of the 5th, trailing 12-6. We just heard from Wealth Partners Ameriprise Financial in the Capitol Creek Center on East Sioux Avenue. They sponsor halftime of Governor broadcasts. We're about halfway through this one. Chris Hull joins me, Brian Oakland, along with Caleb Brozick on camera for Live Ticket, William Wilson in the studio. Leading off for Spearfish, Laney O'Connell, the DP. 2-1 count, and a low offering here for Noel Kist. Swing and a miss. And it'll be 2-2.
Just an example of that drop ball really moving for Noel, and that was a pitch that looked like a strike for about 3/4 of the way.
Oop. And this one doesn't miss by much. Must have been just off the outside edge. It's 3-2 here. A good eye for Laney O'Connell. Now the payoff. And that one in the zone. Right back to Kist. She'll take it on a couple of hops. Deal over to Aaron Leiferman, and a quick first out for the Spartans. They'll bring up there. Taylor Tennant.
Big out there, yeah. It's just got to keep that first runner off there. These teams, like we said earlier, it kind of compounds on itself, and if you can get that first runner back in the dugout, not on the bases, where it's not a "oh no, here we go again" kind of thing. So,
well, and then both teams have really thrived on when they've gotten their leadoff hitters on. Taylor Tennant, the second baseman, 1 for 1 today, and a walk and a single. She's been on both times. Swing and a miss on a 1-0. Now 1-1. Here comes from Kist, and that one swung on and missed, and that one a little bit late on the swing for Tennant here.
Yeah, that was a rise ball up in the zone, a little more giddy up on it, but you're seeing Noel really trying to find her rhythm, and let's pitch quick and let's get going.
And
Same
this
pitch.
One, this one goes across the eyes, though, so 2-2. I'll be honest, I know these two teams need a lot of work. Their work's in progress. Here's a little looper off the fists, and Hull Goes to get it. Leiferman waiting for it at the bag, and a 4-3 put out on a slow rolling hit. That'll retire Tennant, but there's a lot of things that they're a work in progress, but the pitchers are the ones who really probably do more work than anybody in trying to hone their craft. And I know Noelle Kist has been pitching a long time. I think judging from what we've seen now from Sitzman and of course Emmy Johnson, they're doing everything they can to continue to improve and get better as the season goes along too. Swing and a miss on the first one this time, 2 up, 2 down, and Jaden Wenzel, the left fielder, looking for her first.
You would be
hit
shocked
today
at the hours I've watched on YouTube about pitching.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't.
It really is something completely different, and there's so many things that can get wonky, whether it's your timing, whether it's your standing up, whether it's your bending. It's too much legs, too much shoulder. And for these girls to not really get into those areas where they're not hitting the zone and not hitting the zone, that's a lot of work just to get to that point. And then now you're starting to throw rise balls and drop balls and change-ups. It's a whole different world, I'm telling you that.
2-2 to Kist, and a swing and a miss and a strike 3. And for the second time today, Noelle Kist retires the Spartans in order. 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors. 5.5, actually 4.5. We're in the middle of the 5th. We take a minute, and the Governors bat again, leading 12-6 here on River 92.7.
With our new online loan application, you can go to our website and apply for a loan when it's most convenient for you. We make getting loan approval fast and easy. Our local lenders are available to assist you if you have any questions. We make it pain-free to get that loan you've been wanting. We're an equal housing lender. Oahe Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
You asked for it. Nonstop flights between Pierre and Minneapolis. Now you can book nonstop flights from Pierre to Minneapolis and Denver on Denver Air Connection. 1-hour flights on 50-passenger jets with fares starting at just $119 one way. Seats are limited and restrictions apply. Business, pleasure, a game, a winter getaway. It's easy when you fly from Pierre. Visit DenverAirConnection.com/Expedia to book your trip today. Skip the drive. Fly from Pierre Regional Airport. Minneapolis flights begin November 30th.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
The truck bypass. See Ferding.com or find them on Facebook. Ferding Electric, licensed electricians, quality service, and dependable products since 1956.
Bottom of the 5th, the Governors leading 12-6. Micah Buffalo, their 6th hitter in the lineup, standing in to be followed by Aaron Leiferman and Aaliyah Erickson. 12-6. Governors have scored in every inning so far, although they were held to just 1 in the 4th inning. Buffalo steps in, swings through behind second base, and a looper out to center field. And Micah taking a big turn around first base, but she's got a looping leadoff single. Second base was vacated for a while. The left fielder picking that ball up, and Wenzel streaking in towards second base to make sure Micah Buffalo stays at the 1 bag.
Micah likes to run. She was tempted to go there for sure.
And here's one of the hottest hitters in this game so far today, senior Aaron Leiferman, the hitter. As Caitlin Sitzman is out of the zone, and her first offering low and in. Leiferman, 4 RBIs today and a 2-for-2 day. Also got on because of a hit by pitch.
Kind of the first time this middle of the lineup hasn't come up with a bunch of runners on, so Mike has had a couple of big at-bats and then start the inning with a single here.
Here's Leiferman. This one will go high, and that'll be 2-1 now. 5th inning in a game that, I think when you get to the Sodak 16, both of these teams have 3 games left. And when you get to that Sodak 16, it's going to be, regardless, a very difficult matchup. Buffalo going to be checked by the catcher here. Snap throw down to first, not in time. And that one was in, so 2-2 to Aaron Leiferman.
Yeah, and softball isn't like baseball. It's not like you're saving aces or anything. These really good pitchers can throw on, multiple games in a day or two, and I think Noel had 180 pitches in Sioux Falls one day, and I mean they can go. There's no pitch count or anything like that.
No pitch limits. Yeah.
You're going to see the best pitchers from each team on those Sodak 16 games.
Near miss again. 3-2 now to Leiferman. Buffalo off of first, and this one caught behind second base by Fireeisen. She and Tennant converged on it. Abby Fireeisen hauls it in, and that one off the fists of Aaron Leiferman, and just a little pop out to the shortstop will be the first out of this 5th inning.
Yep, just jammed her a little bit and just missed it. I mean, like I said, Aaron's had a couple of good at-bats, and that one just jammed her a little bit.
Now Aaliyah Erickson. Buffalo still at first. Late swing on a high strike here.
Been coaching Aaliyah for years. She loves that high one.
Kind of like Lori Petty in A League of Their Own?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Kit. Oh, look at this one. Right out into center field. There is Danica Brown, who comes in and makes a nice play. That was a well-hit ball by Aaliyah Erickson, but Brown, she had that one measured all the way.
Little shoe top catch there, kind of like the one Carver made a couple innings before, spinning away from her shoe top. I had that labeled for a single the whole way and made a great little play out there.
And now Charlie Hull, the 9-hitter in the order. Chris, I'm looking at the flags and thinking about that hit by Carver, and that one must have been slicing away from Danica Brown too.
Yep.
Because the flags are blowing in from left field toward right field. And I imagine a pretty good slice action on that last hit by Aaliyah Erickson. She hit it well, but she'll take it for a 2-for-4 afternoon for now. Still 12-6, 2 outs now with Buffalo at first. And a 2-0 pitch to Charlie Hull, taken for a strike.
Kind of down and away, that's her pitch. I'm surprised she wasn't looking for that to hit it.
But again, it kind of goes to what we talk about with the pitchers, that our biggest wind gust of the afternoon just hit us, and that felt pretty good, actually. But Hall behind second base, but I think with the ability to move things around, change speeds, that's what you get from these pitchers, and these hitters have to make adjustments just like everybody else. Hall with a pop out behind second base, caught by the shortstop. No runs for the Governors on a hit, and 1 left on. We are through 5 complete, and it's 12-6 on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. The Governors leading the Spearfish Spartans. 1 minute, and we'll go to the 6th. That's next. This is Pierre Governors softball.
The Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Spearfish coming to bat in the 6th inning. Starting to run out of outs with 2 innings to go, as we'll play 7 here. Unless one of these teams should be up by 10 plus at the end of this inning. Noel Kist dealing to the Spearfish hitters. They've got 9, 1, and 2. Maya Heading, the 9-hitter, in to be the first hitter of the inning. Playing right field, 2 of them in the zone so far, and the 0-2 for Noel Kist, and this one's slapped out into right center field. That'll split the defenders, and it'll be run down by Nevaeh Carver. Jenna Buckles giving chase. Carver's throw gets away from second base, but Micah Buffalo eventually will pick it up off the ground, and the 9-hitter for Spearfish, Maya Heading, with a second solid knock of the day. She's got a leadoff double here.
Right. Both hits to the same spot, and both at 0-2. I think, again, we talked about it earlier, just too good of a pitch at 0-2. But that kid's a good hitter. no mistake. She put 2 good swings on it, but down 0-2, you just can't give somebody that good of a pitch. That's another one Noelle looked and went, my bad. That's twice she's done that.
Top of the order, Liv Johnson, the leadoff hitter, is in now, and this one is bounced off of her ankle. Foul ball at the box. This is 0-2. She fouled the first one back off the screen. And Chris, the last time Maya Heading put a good swing on the bat on 0-2, that was the start of that 5-run inning that Spearfish had back in the third when they trailed 7-0. Now Kist. The 0-2, not missing by much here. I think she wanted it a bit, but it'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes. Spearfish sporting maroon and gray, white helmets today. Maroon stirrups. Looper back behind second base, and Hull coming over against her on the backhand side. And good communication there. Charlie Hull and Ireland Templeton with the second baseman making the play, and the Governors get their first out of this 6th inning.
Every day I tell Charlie, you know how to talk. I hear you all the time at home, so feel free to do it when you're out on the field. Something a little different, though. You know, she's used to playing first and pitching a lot and loves to play second. And I said, you got to be in the middle of it, and you got to be loud. So she's like her dad that way.
So 1 down here, 1-0 as Kiss miss on the first one to Emmy.
Really
Johnson, slow roller to short, and not enough time here for Templeton to come in and make a play. Emmy Johnson.
That was a really good pitch, and I don't know if Noelle kind of stumbled off the release, and it kind of slow bounced her to her, you know, she's to her right hand side or non-glove side, and it just trickled through, and Templeton couldn't get it there in time.
And Johnson on first and third situation will take off and take second. Pierre doesn't even flinch a throw. So 2 runners in scoring position here for Spearfish as they try to cut into a 6-run deficit. 12-6, we're in the top of the 6th. Swing and a miss this time, now 0-2 for Danica Brown, the center fielder.
That's Noelle's bread and butter there, living down in the zone, throwing the drop ball down at the knees there. That's where she wants to miss.
Pop up in the infield this time, and Templeton will take charge and near second base. Ireland puts this one away. A big out here for the Governors that'll retire the second, or become the second out. And the runners have to hold at second and third for Spearfish. Cleanup hitter, Amy Rod Couture, deep fly left field over the head of Aaliyah Erickson. Both runners will score. A first pitch ringing stand-up double to left field for Amy Rod Couture, or Couture.
She can really hit the ball, man. She's not had a bad swing, even when she's been fooled. She's got a really, really nice swing, and another nice line drive, 1 hopper to the fence way out there.
So Spearfish with their first runs since the 4th inning. They'll cut the gap to 4. 12-8 our score as Hiding scores from third. Emmy Johnson in from second. And Rod Couture with her second and third runs driven in today. 12-8 now and 2-0 to the next hitter, Skylar Wiesman, and she's barreled it up a couple of times today. Kissed this time down Broadway. Strike 1. Wiesman taking all the way.
Yeah, that was a surprise take there. She's like you said, she's had a couple of really nice swings there, and that was almost a 3-0 fastball that she wasn't even looking at. So
now 3-1 as this one is high and away. Seems to me this game is still very much in doubt, even though the Govs have been in control most of the way, but to a 4-run lead.
Taken there too.
Another strike. Taken down the middle. 3-2 now.
When you're hot, though, you're comfortable swinging 3-2 if you're looking for something very specific at 3-1. And she's swinging a good bat, so she was looking somewhere else, and it wasn't there.
Kist will bring it, and that one's at the knees, but punched out to right field, and Carber coming this way, and she'll make the play. Nevaeh Carber retiring the final out of the 6th inning. Spearfish scratches 2, but they leave another in scoring position. 2 runs, 2 hits, make it 3 hits, 1 left on. And we are through 5.5. 12-8 now. The Governors leading as we're back in the in 1 minute for the bottom of the 6th. You're listening to Pierre Governors Softball.
Moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
Give it off to Cisse, gliding to the basket. Out to 3, Jay Hayes. Good. And Eric Glenn wants to stop the music.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
To the bottom of the 6th we go, 12-8. Governors leading Spearfish. Welcome back to Riggs Field. Brian Oakland with the play-by-play. Chris Hull at side. And a cast of characters joining us here. It's been a good one. This is really, I'll be honest, this is exactly the kind of game I expected. High scoring, both teams getting opportunities to get their offenses going and, as well as make plays on defense.
Right, that's the big thing. Neither team has had that blow-up inning. A couple errors in the whole game and just hitting the ball and making plays.
2-0 to Noelle Kiss leading off here in the bottom of the 6th. And she'll bound this one outside of the fence up the left field line.
Carver's play in that to end that inning, Oak, was really big. It was going to be foul, but that was another slicing ball. She's running in on it, 2 outs. You got to mitigate it. You got to stop the bleeding, not let them score. Big play there in foul territory.
Keeping it a 4-run game. The 2-1 is up and away. 3-1 now to Noelle Kist. Caught looking her last time up, but she is 1 for 3 today. She has scored a couple of runs, got on a walk in the second inning and scored as well, and she'll lead off with a free pass this time too.
Okay, now you're going to see some pressure. Noelle's probably moving first pitch. Nevaeh will probably show bunt or slap hit here. Maybe even bunt over and just try to get somebody over and get that middle of the lineup to bring her in from second. But definitely going to be some action here.
Remember that type of play back in the first inning that really got the Govs going for 3 runs.
Not a straight steal, just a slap.
Yeah, and again, a little bit of an early swing, and not much on that one for Nevaeh Carver. So first pitch swinging strike. Caitlin Sitzman, the second pitcher of the day for Spearfish. She pulled the string on this one too. And now 0-2 after another swinging miss for Nevaeh Carver.
But remember, now she's slap hitting, so if she keeps doing that and fouls it off, she's not out, as long as it's not a straight bunt, because she's not bunting, she's slapping at it. So
Kiss still at first. This time right she will get a piece of it, and it'll dribble foul in front of the Governor bench. Ireland Templeton on deck, able to pick that one up.
Stitzman throwing her nothing but off-speed pitches either here. Just kind of a different, must have seen something because it's a different approach.
Well, Nevaeh did get a good piece of the ball last time, and this one, as she reaches up on it,
hit her in the elbow,
clips her in the forearm or the elbow, and so a hit batsman here, and maybe even a bit of a break if I'm not wrong about that for Nevaeh Carver.
Yep. She's a tough Carver kid, though. She didn't even wince, although she's holding her arm now, but she didn't even wince.
First 2 on now for the Governors here in the bottom of the 6th. Justin Peterson, the home plate umpire, just making sure Carver is okay and good to go. So speed on the bases for the Governors here. Here's Templeton swinging and missing. Oof. Boy, a mighty swing that time on a first pitch strike.
She wasn't throwing Templeton off speed. That was gas.
Yeah. Looked like Ireland was right on it, just maybe over the top of it a little bit. 0-1 coming here. We're in the bottom of the 6th. 12-8 Governors. Nobody out yet, and 2 runners on to start. First one was swung on and missed. The second one out of the zone. So 1-1 coming here from Caitlin Sitzman, and this one is waved on and missed. So a swinging strike again.
That was belt high when she went to swing at it, and the catcher caught it at knee high. That thing dropped 2 feet. It was a good pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Spearfish got a couple in the top of the inning. Pierre would love to get them back.
Missed on a straight, looked just like a straight change up there.
Governors were held scoreless for the first time in any inning today. In the last inning, that was the 5th. 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, and down goes Templeton for the first out of the 6th. So Jenna Buckles, who's had a big day, will step in. She went down swinging her last time up. And if obviously the Governors know they've got to get one, if not both of these runners in, and they need to respond to what Spearfish was able to do, because softball is still a momentum game, no doubt about it. First one is in against Buckles, 0-1 coming. Sitzman deals again. That one reached for out of the zone by the catcher, Liv Johnson. That'll run it to a ball and a strike. See Danica Brown moving around in center field. She's been active when Jenna Buckles has been at the plate today. Jenna goes up and fouls this one back to the screen.
I think Brown moves around like that a lot. She doesn't stand still very often. It's like playing center field at West Bend in the old field where there were snakes in the outfield, so you didn't want to stand any place too still too often. She moves around though.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Jenna Buckles waits on it and gets it in play to the second baseman. Throw on to second for a force out of Carver. Jenna will check into first base. That'll be a second out on a 4-6 play. Noelle Kist is on to third. The Governors still have 2 runners on, but now 2 outs, and it'll be up to Ellie Brewers.
Goes in the book as just a little ground ball, but she was fooled on the changeup, way off on her front foot. Knew she, still hit it to the right side, get the ball in play, get the ball moving, move runners around. Could end up being big.
Brewers shows bunt, pulls it back, and that was only to make Spearfish think about something to allow Jenna Buckles to advance down to second. And Brewers.
Broken catcher's mitt? Looks like she broke the catcher's mitt.
Liv Johnson needs a new pud. So Brewers, who has been gone down on strikes twice today, but one of the better contact hitters for this Governor squad, in a big spot with 2 runners in scoring position. 0-1. Stoppage of play as the new gear comes out for Liv Johnson, the catcher. Coca-Cola timeout brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre. Here we go. Brewers looking to deliver. With a couple ducks on the pond as Sitzman delivers, and Brewers sends it out to left field, slicing, but a good adjustment on the play by Wenzel. And she'll haul it in for the 3rd out, and the Governors leave 2 stranded. No runs in the 6th, no hits, a walk and a hit batsman. 2 runners left on, and we'll go to the 7th, last at bat for the Spartans. When we come back, it's 12-8 on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. Governors leading on River 92.7.
Allied Plumbing and Heating is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
Dano's Marine in Fort Pierre is your one-stop shop for all things boats and watercraft. They are your local Vexus and Alumacraft boat dealer, some of the best boats on the water. Dano's also offers a full line of services to maintain your boat out of the water so you can enjoy more time on the water. Their certified technicians proudly service Yamaha, Mercury, and Evergreen motors. Stop in today to visit about your next watercraft. Dano's Marine, proud sponsor of Pier and Fort Pier athletics and events.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
We're back in the backyard of Riggs High School. Riggs Field it is, 12-8. Noel Kiss trying to close the door here on the Spearfish Spartans. First pitch taken for a strike by Laney O'Connell. Second pitch on off speed, and O'Connell swings and misses. And it's 0-2. 12-8. Governors lead. Kist goes up high, wastes one there. It'll be a ball and a strike. 3 runs in the first, 4 in the second and the third, plus 1 more in the fourth for Pierre. 5 runs for Spearfish in the third inning, 1 in the fourth, and they got 2 in the sixth to make it this 4-run game. Still very much in doubt, but it'll be up to the Governor defense to leave Spearfish where they are. 12-8, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes Kiss. This one hit out into right field. Carver measuring it up, and a one-handed grab.
Big out
That's
there.
the only thing I'll say about that.
Let's get 2 hands on that.
But an F9 for number 1 at the top of the 7th inning. Final inning here at Riggs Field on a Monday afternoon.
Plays you got to make, and yeah, you want it two-handed, but she got underneath it, made the catch. Big out.
Kiss now facing Taylor Tennant, Spearfish second baseman. Both of these teams play tomorrow. Keep in mind, we're on the air again tomorrow from this very same spot. Here we'll host Brandon Valley, the number 5 seed in the power rankings. Spearfish is back out in the hills. They'll take on winless Rapid City Central. Tennant watches a strike go by, 1-1. Kissed again, just below the knees this time. 2-1 it is.
These are just games, these girls, we lost 9 seniors last year. They just got to learn how to win, Oak, and here's your opportunity. Who's picking who up, go make the play. Keep your head up. You just got to learn how to do it.
A burner by Kist, and it's 2-2.
That was a good rise ball right at the top of the zone.
An out so far here in the 7th, and this one stays low. Like you say, Seahall, when she misses low. Good ball. To keep a ball down, that's a huge part of pitching success.
Yeah. When she's pitching well, that's her miss.
Full count, and it's up high, out of the zone, ball 4. Spearfish has a runner on with an out here in the top of the 7th inning. A quick check over the score sheet, and I'm counting just the 3rd walk of the game for Noel Kist. Low again to start the next one. This is the 8-hitter in the order, Jaden Wenzel, who made a nice play in left field to finish the Governor rally, or threat, in the bottom of the 6th. 12-8 here. First one missed, second one's in. 1 ball and a strike.
And that was a good play, too, Oak, because it was hit right at her, and I think she made 2 circles, and sometimes those are the hardest to make, are the ones that are hit right at you, and she made a nice catch on it.
1-1, and this one is watched, and it's a perfect pitch for Noel Kist. Right down the middle. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes.
She's going right at her here, Oak.
I think she's getting aggressive right now, Noel is, even though this one does miss. I think maybe she did pull the string on that one.
Yep.
2-2. It does seem to me, and I'll just say this right now, as Noel brings the heat again, that one fouled back. I almost feel like Noel's at the advantage, and everybody is at this juncture. I don't think these two teams have played a lot of 7-inning games this year, to say the least. So where's the fatigue factor right now? And that could factor definitely when you're a pitcher, especially if Noel starts missing. And just as I was going to say that it seems like she's getting stronger and stronger, I'm not so sure anymore that that's the case here. 3-2. Runner on with an out. Don't know if the runner will be going here. She will not. We've got a ground ball to second. Templeton to Hall. Over to first. That one gets past Leiferman. Runner will advance to second base as Leiferman will pick it up. That's not a bad error. That was a good effort. The important out was the lead runner, and Templeton and Hall combined for that one. So the fielder's choice plus the error on the throw, however, will advance Jaden Wenzel to second base. But still, that run doesn't mean anything.
Right.
Spearfish is going to send in a pinch runner.
And that's the big play. You're right. That lead runner, you take the shot trying to turn it, but you want to get that out, get 2 outs down, and now you're looking, you got 1 runner on, up by 4.
I believe this is Chloe Wiswell, who is pinch running.
Pinch running.
Number 1 at second base, but 2 outs. Governors still lead by 4. And the only out they need to get here or worry about is the batter. But a tough hitter, the number 9 hitter, back up the middle. Templeton on to first, and an out is called. The 6-3 or maybe even the 1-6-3. Tough batter to retire, but Templeton just in time to get Maya heading. And that'll be the 3rd out of the 7th inning and the final out of the ball game. Your final score on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, as Spearfish does not score in the 7th. They get a walk, they leave a runner on, but your final score, Governors 12, Spearfish 8. Governors break a 13-game losing streak, and they are 3-14 on the season. Spearfish loses their 11th in a row, and they will fall to 1-12 on the season. Scoreboard from Gales Gas Service in Pierre, 12-8. Governors win. We'll take a 3-minute timeout, get into our Family Dental postgame. Family Dental with offices in Pierre and Gettysburg. We'll talk about it when we come back. You're listening to Pierre Governor Softball, your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
The team at Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg are devoted to spending time with each patient to answer all questions and address any concerns that arise. Family Dental wants all their current and future patients to feel welcome and comfortable and to have the healthiest, best-looking smile possible. They can take care of all your family's dental needs with cleanings, checkups, implants, same-day crowns, and many other dental services. Dr. Ryan Jensen welcomes new patients. Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg, caring for all your family's dental needs.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it to replay this game. See live and archive video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota High School sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app. Download it now from the App Store or Google Play.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The Garage Doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors can give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
Have you found yourself worrying about inflation and market volatility, considering what should I do? Can I do anything? Am I going to be okay? The Ranky Gray team has been coaching their clients through these tumultuous times for over 35 years. Let us discover what easy, time-tested adjustments can be made for you. For a free second opinion, our team can be reached at 605-224-5959. Let's start today.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC. A registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Ranky Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Why am I so sore? There are everyday moments.
What? Hey, hold the ladder! Hold the ladder!
Yeah, that hurt. And there are epic moments.
Slide! College! Class of 1995!
When a moment creates a health need, visit the experts at Avera Orthopedics. We're moving health forward so you can tell the story. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Governors get their first win in a while. They defeat Spearfish 12-8 here on a Monday afternoon. Welcome back to Riggs Field, and welcome to our Family Dental postgame, brought to you by Family Dental with offices in Pierre and in Gettysburg. We'll try to get through some things very quickly, but first off, comments with color guy Chris Hull in this one. We, just some of the things we've talked about today. Both teams' keys to success: come in, try to play your best game, and because it's a winnable game for both teams. Both teams really want wins, but both teams need so much confidence coming into the postseason. I think both teams can take some good things away from this game, but still an important win for the Governors in green.
For sure. What we wanted to see, on the Pierre side is, like you said, is absolutely the same for Spearfish. You want to play a clean game. You want to hit the ball, put the ball in play. I would say both teams up and down their lineups were producing. I think their 9-hitter had, 3 hits, 7-8. They hit the ball, but the big thing was to avoid that inning. That one error turns to 2 errors, turns to a walk. You look up and you give up 5 or 6. And both teams did a good job. Both teams scored 5 or 6, but, man, the other team was earning it. There's maybe an error on either side, the whole game, and that's what you're really looking for this time of the season. Playing a clean game, get a little confidence, see some smiles, play a close game and learn how to win them.
Because for Pierre in particular, you need confidence because you have another top 5 team coming in here tomorrow in Brandon Valley, and just to know that you can make plays and hit the ball pretty well like you did today. I mean, obviously that'll need to be stepped up a notch tomorrow, but that's why this win is so important for my money for Pierre.
For sure. But at the same time, Oak, we've played some of these top teams. We played Jefferson tough. We played. But it was that inning, where you look up and, oh my gosh, we gave up 7. Well, we had 5 errors, and we were in a lot of these games, or at least close. And it's one thing to have a pitcher like Lincoln has to come in and just shut you down. It's another thing to start giving them 5-6 runs, and now you're really in a jackpot, right? Where this game you wanted to see it, okay, 2 evenly matched teams, let's play clean, let's hit the ball, run around, and the biggest thing is you're seeing it, they're smiling. And even, the Spearfish girls were kind of jumping around that whole game and very involved in the game, playing clean, right? And nobody down on themselves, nobody, oh, here we go again. Those are things you build on.
All right, as we take a look and see how this one went, the Governors scored 3 in the first, 4 in the second before Spearfish got on the board with 5 in the third, starting right away for Pierre in the bottom of the first. Back-to-back singles from Noelle Kist and Nevaeh Carver, and Jana Buckles was able to add a third hit to drive in Kist. And then also driving in Carver was Micah Buffalo with a double. And Jana Buckles was able to come around to score on an added, I believe, a misplay by Spearfish, so 3 runs in that first inning. Kist led off the second inning also with a walk, and after a ground out by Carver, Templeton walks. Buckles gets a single, and Ellie Browers adds a single as well, and I may have missed some RBIs in here, but Buffalo hits a sac fly to drive in 1. Aaron Leiferman then comes up and smashes one up the middle for a 2-run single, and the Governors scored 4 to make it 7-0. Spearfish comes up in the third. Their 9-hitter Maya Heading with a sharp single to start things off. She steals second, then Liv Johnson adds a single, and Emmy Johnson singles to drive in Heading for their first run. Danica Brown follows with a double to drive in another. Amy Rod Kocher with a sacrifice fly to left. Skylar Wiesman with a sac fly to center. And then Spearfish suddenly had 4 in, and they started another rally with Lainey O'Connell walking, advancing on a single by Taylor Tennant, but Jaden Wenzel retired the threat. O'Connell actually, she advanced from first to third on that single by Tennant, and then was allowed to score as the throw to third got away from Micah Buffalo. So 5 runs in, 4 of them earned for Spearfish in that third inning, and it was 7-5. The Governors get a big response, though, in the third. Leadoff single for Nevaeh Carver, a walk for Ireland Templeton, then an RBI hit for Jenna Buckles, another walk to Ellie Browers, another walk to Micah Buffalo as the Spartans switched pitchers from Emmy Johnson to Caitlin Sitzman. Buffalo was Sitzman's first batter faced. She walks her, but then she really settled in, even though Leiferman gets another 2-run single against Sitzman, but then a strikeout and a force out retire the side in the third. The Governors scored 4 more to make it 11-5. And then they Spearfish got one more in the fourth after a double from leadoff hitter Liv Johnson. She scores with the help of a hit from Rod Kocher, and Danica Brown was on due to an error as well to help the run across. But Pierre responds in the fourth after Kiss struck out. Nevaeh Carver gets a single, steals second, and Ireland Templeton hits a single to score Carver there to make it 12 to 6. Then Spearfish and Pierre go scoreless in the fifth. Spearfish comes up with 2 runs in the sixth, the leadoff double again by Heading, and then a single for Emmy Johnson to advance her to third. Rod Kocher with a 2-run double to score both of those runs, and it got interesting, 12-8. The Governors with 2 runners. In fact, they got 2 runners on. They stranded 2, but did not score in the sixth. But Noelle Kist was able to close the door on a 4-batter inning in the seventh as Spearfish is held off the board. They stranded 1 runner at second base. Pierre wins at 12-8. The Governors with 12 runs on 15 hits, and Spearfish with 8 runs on 12 hits in this one. Emmy Johnson goes 2 innings on the mound, 2+. She pitched into the third and faced 4 batters from there, gave up 11 hits, 10 runs. She walked 3, struck out 3. Caitlin Sitzman does a nice job. 4 innings pitched, giving up 4 hits, 2 runs. And she struck out a few batters along the way. I didn't finish her stats. Noelle Kist actually goes the distance for the Governors, 7 innings. And again, giving up 8 runs on 12 hits. She walked a few, but also struck out 1, 2. Spearfish actually making pretty good contact. Just 3 strikeouts for Noelle Kist in this one. The Governors win it 12-8. Let's take another 3-minute break. We'll take a look at the rest of the box score for offensive players, and we've still got big plays of the game and your player of the game to announce when we come back with more of our Family Dental postgame. This is Governor Softball.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Century Business Products is a proud supporter of South Dakota High School athletics and proud to provide the most reliable Kyocera copiers and printers to schools and businesses in the area, all backed by their 5-time nationally awarded Kyocera servicing team. Are you looking to control color costs? Looking to reduce printers? Are you looking for more efficient ways to scan documents? Or maybe you'd like to become more paperless? Look no further than Century Business Products. Call 800-529-1950 and see how they're powering business technology.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is here for you. When you're looking for a new vehicle, they make it easy. All available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Shop their extensive inventory from home at CapitalCityFordToyota.com or stop in to Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Count on them for your service needs with convenient scheduling and in-stock parts. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 605-224-7378.
May is Military Appreciation Month, and Beck Motor Company would like to say thank you to all active, reserve, and retired military personnel. We're honoring you, especially in the month of May, with an additional $500 incentive on top of all other incentives. On a brand new Chevy Silverado, enjoy up to $5,250 off MSRP. On a brand new Chevy Equinox, enjoy up to $2,000 off MSRP. Our team is ready to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle. See all our specials at beck-motors.com. Beck Motor Company, Pierre, South Dakota.
Back for more of our Family Dental post game as the Governors defeat Spearfish today 12-8. Again, a lot of hitting for both teams. The Governors with 15 hits and a few notables in the box score. Nevaeh Carber 3 for 4, scoring 3 runs. Jenna Buckles 3 for 5, scoring 2 and driving in a pair. Ellie Browers 2 for 5 and a couple of runs scored. Micah Buffalo 2 for 2 with 2 driven in. Aaron Leiferman, though, 2 for 3 and 4 runs batted in this one. Coming up big through that middle of the lineup. And Chris, we're going to do a little bit of foreshadowing here, but I think because of the hard-hitting hits that Aaron Leiferman had and the 4 RBIs today, and the Governors having to win by 4 runs, coincidence? I think not. I think that's player of the game worthy when we talk about our Cowboy Country Store's player of the game.
Yep, and I said the same thing, and it's so good and big for this team to have Aaron and Buck starting to swing and smiling and attacking the zone, but Aaron for sure. That's as good as at-bats that I've seen her all year, and I'm pretty darn happy for her.
All right, so Aaron Leiferman, we'll hear from Cowboy Country Stores in just a little bit, and big plays of the game from Hermanson Endodontics as well. You could certainly go with those big plays, but I think in addition to the big hits and the timely hits that the Governors had, and certainly building an early lead, and they had to hold off Spearfish, but you can look at some pretty good defensive plays. A little bit of a tricky wind here today. There's some pretty good outfield play and even some quickness in the infield that came up with big plays today too.
Yep, and we say making the plays that you're supposed to make, but Carber made 2 really tough plays in right. Buck made a good play out in the outfield. Aaliyah, our outfielders made the plays that they were supposed to make, but they also made a couple of pretty tough ones too.
So big plays. There were big plays throughout the game, both offensively and defensively, helping the Governors to a win. We'll hear from Hermanson Endodontics momentarily. For Spearfish, quickly through the box score. Liv Johnson, a couple of hits today. Emmy Johnson with 2 hits and a run driven in and 2 runs scored. The cleanup hitter, Amy Rod Kocher, 2 for 3 and 3 driven in today. And some pretty good efforts. Even the 9-hitter, Maya Heading, with 2 sharply hit balls. She goes 2 for 3 and scores a couple of runs and even stole a base today. So that's some things to look at offensively as well. We've mentioned your big plays of the game from Hermanson Endodontics, and we've announced our player of the game as well, Aaron Leiferman, the senior for Pierre, sponsored by Cowboy Country Stores. Let's hear from them, and we'll come back and wrap this one up as you listen to Pierre Governors Softball.
Quality comes first at Hermanson Endodontics.
Howdy, partners. Did you know that you can save up to 30 cents on a gallon of gas instantly when you use the Sinclair DinoPay app at all Cowboy Country Store locations? It's true, and it's fast, secure, and simple to use. Just go to your app store and download the green DinoPay app, follow the prompts, and save big money at the pump today.
Convenience from the country. Cowboy Country Stores.
Cowboy Country Stores, and once again, Hermanson Endodontics with big plays of the game. Big shout out and a big thank you to Chris Hall for stepping in. I kind of figured it'd be a lot of fun today. Appreciate it, buddy. Maybe we'll do it again tomorrow. The Governors have Brandon Valley here tomorrow. That is our next broadcast and the final home game of the schedule for Pierre. They've got 3 games in Sioux Falls. A game that they should be the home team against Harrisburg next Friday afternoon. And then they'll play Sioux Falls Roosevelt, which will be, I would say, a winnable game for the Governors in that one. They've also got Sioux Falls Washington, who's playing some pretty good ball this year to round out the season. So the regular season comes to an end this weekend for the Pierre Governors, but we've got Brandon Valley here tomorrow. Hope you can join us. 3:30 on the pregame, and 4 o'clock with the first pitch. Here on our way and safe travels to Spearfish going back home. And the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds us all in spring and summer traveling that buckling up is the best way to save a life in a crash, yours or somebody else's. Do it for your friends and family. You've got someplace to be. Once again, thanks to Chris Hall for the color, for Caleb Brozick for running the live video. You can watch this one after we sign off in and on demand on the River 92.7 page of drgnews.com. And for William Wilson running the show in studio, you've been listening to Pierre Governors Softball, your official voice of the Governors, where Governor Sports is made possible by your Pierre Sports marketing sponsors. They include Bank West, Beck Motors, Dakota Storm Roofing, the Dairy Queen, Live Ticket, Overhead Door, Rinky Gray Wealth Management, Avera Orthopedics, Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota, Kruger Contracting, Century Business Products, and the Brittany Shufflebine Agency. Governor Sports also brought to you by Dakota Mart, Fisher Rounds Insurance and Real Estate, First Dakota National Bank, May Adam Law Firm, American Bank and Trust, Pierre Regional Airport, Nystrom Electrical Contracting, Access Health by the Corner Station, Black Hills Federal Credit Union, and Avera Health. And today's game also brought to you in part by TMA, Kathy Sonnenschein Properties, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Zander Auto Parts, Wegner Auto, Bauman Lumber, Ferding Electric, the Ramcota Hotel and Conference Center, Lariat Lanes, and Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union. Governor Sports on River 92.7 brought to you within the game by Bank West, the Hughes County Jail, by the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Central Dakota Eye Care, Envirotech, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Comtech, Coca-Cola Bottling, Wealth Partners, Ameriprise Financial, Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg, Hermanson Endodontics, Cowboy Country Stores, and Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Your final Gales Gas Service today. The scoreboard reads the Pierre Governors 12 and the Spearfish Spartans 8. We'll see you again tomorrow, 3:30, the Governors against Brandon Valley here on your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com. Good evening, everybody.